Oh my lord! We are back, everyone! Holy! Now, this match today is a match that is gonna go down the history books of being... you don't even have words. Do you have any words, my lovely co-commentator?
We got the Gungathal Sabres here. We got the CottonMouth Jackalopes, two of the titans of this tournament. Neither one of them has lost a match yet, but one of them will be losing a match today. Very exciting stuff.
Dude, this match is gonna go absolutely insane. But also, we kind of forgot, I'm Oggy.
I'm Gandhi. Surely you know that already, though.
No,
Surely
everyone
they
in the
know us.
chat is brand new.
Oggy,
People,
we're famous.
We are fucking famous. Come on, man. Dude, I have heard rumors that they're starting to build the Hall of Fame as well as they did that like the Hollywood stars thing. You know, that would sound much better if I remember what it's called. But yeah,
And these teams, two big contenders for making it into the Hall of Fame. The winner today will be 3-0, and friends, there's only 4 rounds of the Swiss stage. 3-0, that's enough. You're going on. You're going to the knockout stage. You can lose the next round. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You've got your 3 wins. That's all you need. You're going on, and one of these two teams will lock that up right now. They won't even have to worry about the next round. There'll still be stuff to play for, of course, because the top 2 teams will get a bye in the knockout stage. That would be nice to have. A nice break, plenty of time to practice. But locking up that spot is going to be big. And these teams are both looking to cement themselves right there at the top. Australia Outback, I should mention, are also 2-0. They will be playing, I don't remember, the Vampires, who are 1-1. So they also have the potential to lock away their slot in the knockout stage this round. But they'll have, theoretically an easier opponent. Although the Vampires are looking pretty tough. But we're not here for that. We're here for this match today.
Yeah. So right before we start the ban and pick, as you have probably read up until this point, Gungathal Sabres is by Alapo, Remo, and Eisen, and the Jackalopes is Frizz, Rude, and Antho. Pretty solid lineup on both teams. It's a little bit hard to say who could come out on top of this. I'm actually gonna not make a prediction who's gonna win. I'm just gonna let it see
I've already made my prediction. I said Sabres. I submitted that on the forum. Everybody go to the forum. If you haven't already, it's too late to predict for this match, unfortunately. But you can still predict for the, I believe, 2 matches we have left this round.
Yes. So, without any further ado, I think it's time to start the ban and pick.
Yeah, the draft will be starting very soon here. Right now, even. Right now. Wow, would you look at that? So these teams are going to be banning out episodes that they don't want to play and picking episodes they do want to play. This is a very strategic part. This is what makes ACES, just extra unique. We can see the Sabres with their first ban. 2-1, 2-6, 3-3, 4-1. Now, I know Remo's a big 4-3 hater because there's just so much RNG in there. So I'm kind of surprised to see that wasn't banned. I'm also surprised to see 2-6. I guess they've got some intel there that maybe Antho has practiced 2-6. But, if Remo has to play 2-6, he can mash like nobody's business.
Yeah, absolutely.
2-1, pretty standard ban. It's a very easy episode. A lot of people are familiar with 2-1, so getting that out of there.
Jackalopes coming in with 2-3, 2-8, 3-1, and 4-4. We could see a 4-3 here. They might be lining up for a 4-3.
The Jackalopes pick. We'll see what they pick here.
Is this gonna be a legendary moment that I messed up during my match?
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I fumbled the bag there. Could have been a 4-3.
Pick 2-5. I go for the Slide 2 episode straight out the gates.
That'll be the second time we see that, I believe. Oh, and 3-2 chosen by the
3-2.
Sabres.
No Sly 4 episodes yet, even though Frizz has been playing Sly 4, Remo's been playing Sly 4, Rude even played Sly 4 in their last match.
Yeah, could lock out Sly 4 here, with these 4 bands coming in from the
That looked like,
Sabres.
I think that was 3-5 and 4-5 from
Yeah.
the Jackalopes. So 2-5, we got to imagine that Alapo's playing that. He's been big on the Sly too. Probably Rude on the side of the Jackalopes. I think Antho's been... No, Antho's been playing Sly 2. Is that right? Or Sly 3? I actually don't remember.
I think Antho's been playing Sly 2. I think Rude has been practicing 3 and 4 maybe? And Frisch has maybe been practicing 3 and 4. Oh, the bands are coming in. Oh, is it gonna be a 4-3 here? Come on, is it gonna be 4-3?
4-2, 4-3. Jackalopes get the pick. And, well, so here's the thing is we know that Rude grinded 4-2. He said so in his previous post-game interview.
Yeah, but he will be going up most likely against Remo, which, you know, is an incredible player of that. It's
And they go for 4-3!
Yes!
The never before seen episode.
Oh
this is
my
exciting stuff.
god.
I cannot wait. And now the Sabres will
Okay.
get to pick the order here. Let's see what they go for. Whichever episode they pick first, that person is running basically right now. And that person will not get any time to practice. So there's a lot of strategy involved. You want somebody on your team who is nice and confident, doesn't need the warm-up, can just go straight in. And you want to try to catch one of the other players on the other team off guard. You know, if you think, oh, I don't think they're quite ready to play this episode right now, you put that one first.
Yeah.
What's
Team A
the deal
definitely
about
has
4-3?
Team A definitely has some of the ordered strategies, but I think Team B has the overall advantage going in, given that you can get 2 picks through.
So far, the win rate has been completely 50-50, I believe, between
That
Team
is
A
true
and
as
Team
well.
B, which, you know, that's pretty cool if you ask me. I mean, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, I don't believe that
I just
was
made this
expected.
shit up, you know. It's not like this is a tried and true fucking thing. I just made it up. So we're gonna be running 3-2 first. That was the Sabres pick, so it makes sense that they're confident in that. They wanna put down first, and then 4-3, and then 2-5. 4-3 is a Sly 4 episode we have not seen yet in this tournament, and it is notorious for being absolutely full of RNG. There is so much RNG in that episode, which we will see when we get to it. And so, in my mind, you want to be picking an RNG episode if you are not confident that you can win. You know, if you don't think you can win based on pure skill, then if you pick an RNG episode, the game it might just give you a win. It might just reward you with a win.
That is
and so
true.
I'm not sure if that's what the Jackalopes are thinking here, or if they're just thinking, you know, we're ready for this episode, because it's not a die roll. There's a lot of skill in that episode too.
It is. I do think Frisk is a very strong player in Sly 4. He could have been grinding some episode 3. I highly doubt they would put Rude on the task of doing that. So I think
why they didn't pick 4-2 there, because they, you know, Frizz. We need to have Frizz play in that episode, and he was not grinding 4-2.
Okay, Eisen versus who gets to be on the Jackalope?
Is to be expected. Eisen's been kind of their Sly 3 runner on the side of the Sabres.
Against Rude, okay, that's good. But that's expected, I would say.
And then we'll expect Antho versus Alapo in the Sly 2 episode to finish it out. And in the middle, we're expecting Frizz versus Remo.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting race, folks. This is going to be an interesting race.
Oh, I'm excited. I can feel it in my body. I'm so excited for this match. Oh, holy. And gotta say, appreciate being able to again be in the commentary booth. Surely there is no rigging to make this happen by the owner of Sly Goals.
Yep.
Yep, no.
Completely independent council chooses the commentators for each match. We have nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
Just complete
similar
coincidence.
to a VAR. So we see Sabres starting out a little bit earlier than the Jackalopes. But you know,
and that's just gonna be stream delay. We're gonna see a little bit of inconsistencies, but you know it'll all come out in the wash. And if it's close enough at the end, we can go into some photo finish retiming stuff. But for the most part,
yeah,
don't worry about it.
we'll send it to the independent team if we need to, the
Exactly.
VAR team.
We'll
But
send it to the mods that are not playing in this tournament. Because
yeah,
the mods that are, I mean, that would just be unethical.
sure. I did, however, see that Eisen was a little bit unlucky with some of the movement, so I do believe Rude is legitimately ahead here.
Yeah, he does
But
get into this cutscene just a little bit faster.
yeah,
And Rude definitely has the experience advantage here. Eisen had not ran any of the games prior to the ACES competition. And the Antho, that is pretty much true of. Antho, I believe, had ran a little bit, like a long time ago. But both of them, essentially new runners coming into this event. And both of them have been playing very well. I think
yeah,
this race will come down to the two of them, because you know Frizz, Remo, Alapo, Rude, we know what they can do, and you know they might mess up, they might not, who knows? But Antho and Ison, those are the wild cards.
mm,
So we're gonna be looking at Ison to keep this gap small, to set his team up for success here.
yeah, absolutely. Before the competition started, I would definitely have put Alapo over Rude any day. But Rude has been practicing, which is a dangerous thing for the Sabres, because if Rude isn't drunk, he is a menace into the
Yeah.
society, and maybe as well when he's drunk. But we'll not go into that. That is personal stuff. But yeah, we might need to get a sobriety test on Rude here to see if he is sober or not. If he isn't sober, I'm impressed. He's running very well. Good lines. It's gonna be good. But yeah, this job pretty standard. Just go checkpoint to checkpoint, do some pretty nice movement, and yeah, just finish up next to the guru. Some small things here that can go wrong, depending on what type of movement you go for. As you saw in the Peacocks match that was just played 2 days ago, I believe it was, or 3 days. Avatar failed one of the I don't know what's it called, the slide 3 square boost jumps, the small half hop
Scuff boost.
scuff boost, yes, and got hit by that car with the blades standing there, which puts you back.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, it is awful.
Rude had a little bit of trouble on one of those hooks, and so I believe Antho's made up a little bit of time entering this cutscene just after Rude.
Yeah.
And we can see we have confirmation that Frizz and Remo will be the next ones up playing Sly 4 Episode 3, as we expected.
Oh, dude. Now this is the thing. You were talking about how it's gonna probably come down to Antho and Ison, how well they play since they're new players. I think if they have good runs, both of them, sure, depends how much each of them have practice in difference to the other. But I do think 4-3 could create a huge upset. Which is probably why they picked it. As you also mentioned earlier. I'm just relaying info here. But
if Remo and Frizz both play perfectly, we still have no idea how this will go.
Yeah. God, I'm all jittery and stuff. This is good stuff. Shout out Sansaru, remastering the game.
The Sabres will have the home field advantage in Sly 4 Episode 3. We'll see if their home episode treats them well.
Yeah.
But both runners resetting the game to skip a slideshow right now. And now they will be going into I don't know the job order. Dark Caves, maybe?
I think so, yeah. Dark Caves. AKA,
I say
20,
that. Ison's going to Spelunky.
yeah,
Did I say Spelunky? That's the video game. That is copyrighted. We cannot say that here on the stream. He's going into Spelunking.
yes. I do believe it is kind of an optional choice. I do believe Spelunking might be slightly more optimal.
I'm pretty sure they are identical.
Should we check slygoals.com?
Yeah, you can check.
I don't,
Sligo.
I'm not gonna sit there and say that I know that Slygoals is always 100%. But,
Baker Man says both same speed, and I'm inclined to trust him.
yeah, Baconman has had some good runs in Sly 3. So I
Me
do tend
personally,
to.
I am a Dark Caves first kind of guy.
Mm.
But also, I don't run this game, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, last time I played this was Hardlock Caves. And I remember me and Gnist going together, banding together like a band of thieves, trying to figure out why this is the white hardlocks. Gnist gloriously finds out after I think I hardlocked my console about 50 times in a day, or something like that.
Rude with some good movement to the safe. Very clean. No mistakes. This is not an easy job, Dark Caves. A lot of little tricky little things in it.
Yeah, there's a since they're in different jobs, it's so much to go over here because you have both jobs have very nice movement by different characters.
Yeah.
I do think though that the newer movement in with Murray can tend to be a little bit cooler. A lot of ball action going on. I like
A lot of
balls.
ball action. Yep.
Yeah. But all very nice by Rude there, hitting that first try. That is a jump that is not too difficult, but it can definitely mess you up.
I just want to pull back the curtain here a little bit. We here in the commentary booth just got to see Nave type out his message in real time. In real time.
He is slightly faster than me at typing.
Just special.
This is special.
Ison is beginning his bouncing. This is part of the job that is maybe less interesting.
What do you mean less interesting? You don't like balls on pillars, you know?
No, I'm not a big balls on pillars kind of guy.
So you like the dark caves instead?
Yeah, that's why I do it first.
Yeah.
I want to put off the pillar balls as long as I can.
Yeah. You know.
Rude opening the safe. We'll see if he gets it open, and he does. What a
Hard
legend.
lock?
He's got the stick.
No hard lock. Beautiful. That's what we like to see.
Ison on the old triple piston. I mean, this is just riveting gameplay.
Yeah.
But here's some actual riveting gameplay. Rude is gonna be going for this little disguise jump, circle boost action. Gets it first try. Not an issue. Not even a problem at all.
Didn't even think about it.
Not even worried. That one can be tricky. We'll have to see how Ison fares when he gets there.
That jump he made there was pretty much the distance you can go without ledge grabbing or failing. That is very good to see.
And Rude is out of Dark Caves as Ison heads into the big boss fight.
Yeah. Also usually called a mini boss, but this guy is pretty fucking huge.
A mega boss fight. Yeah, he's very large because he's got that mask of dark earth on him. What's that about?
I don't know. Dark earth, you know? I can't say I'm familiar. You know, we could have gotten Friss to explain for us. Maybe it's an Australian thing, but sadly he's gonna run.
An Australian thing.
Might be. Who knows?
Rude, I think, had a little trouble getting up there, but he's going, he's rolling. Ison is picking this guy up, chucking him into these drill thingies.
Yeah, have you ever thought about how weird this drill thing is? Like,
Yeah, I guess it's like drilling out like this circular room, but like it's just doing the edges, and it's really not. I mean, it's just made that little crevice around the edge.
yeah,
there.
I'm assuming it's supposed to like go down, right? Because there's like a spike in the middle. But
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, how did they make
Maybe
it?
the drills can like move closer to the spike, and so then they can like drill out the entire area.
That is a possibility. I guess we'll have to investigate more now that Rude is heading into spelunking.
Yeah, we'll
And
have to make sure to look out and see if we can see those mechanisms at play.
but the question is though, after Ison's job here, what options does he have? There's two of them. Can you guess them?
Well, I think he's gonna be playing Dark Caves because I think that's the one you're supposed to play next. I think, man, I don't wanna embarrass myself. I think it's the Claw. No, the Claw's later. The Claw's on day 2, right? Because that's like part of the plan.
Yeah.
I know Unleash the Guru's coming up. No, it's Big Truck. It's Big Truck.
It's
Of course
Big Truck. It's
Wow.
Big Truck. The best job
I
coming
can't
right
believe
up
I
now.
forgot about Big Truck.
Oh, we trucking.
Yeah, so
This
Ison
is-
will not be heading to Dark Caves until he's done with this Big Truck.
Oh, dude, Big Truck, fantastic job whenever you don't play it. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
and we are not playing it. These fools are.
Yeah.
So I'm having the time of my life.
absolutely. Same here. This is, I can't wait to see the truck. Surely it's not gonna jump into a huge valley, right? That ain't gonna happen.
I mean,
Wait.
that would be ridiculous.
What is this? Oh. There ain't no
Oh
way.
my god, look at
Does
that.
he land it?
Whoa! Right on the
Oh, the-
camera.
Murray is a menace behind the wheel.
That thing is so
Okay.
big.
Oh, god damn. But yeah, all the cutscene happens here. Rude is just people running through, spelunking. Not as much ball action going on here than compared to Ison, but appreciate the amount of balls being used here. That's good. So now he's on the good piston. Sly taking out.
Dispatches these guards very quickly.
Yeah. Do you think you would die if you fell off that like train? How tall do you think that is?
You mean like just that bottom level where he is right
Yeah.
there? No, you probably wouldn't die.
Yeah, I think
It
the
hurt a lot.
guards
You
like.
might probably break your legs. Yeah, they
There's
die.
water though. That's the thing.
There's
the water's
water,
pretty
but it
tall.
is not very deep water.
True. True.
As long as it's 2 blocks deep, it should be good.
Yeah. Is it 2 blocks now? Isn't it 1 block?
No, I think it has to be 2.
Oh really? Huh. Oh, it's a long time since I played Big Truck, so. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking at it. It doesn't really look like those drills could move closer to the middle. But
no.
you know, it doesn't matter.
But
They're
if
just gonna be spinning here endlessly. They're never gonna move downwards.
yeah, but like if they move downwards though, what happens when the like crane parts hit the rock? You know, since it's not
Yeah.
going to be excavating that.
It doesn't
This
really
is
make any
this is
sense.
too complicated. I think we need to have an actual like drill meister in here. Be
Yeah,
able to
dude,
figure
does
this one
anybody
out.
know any drill meisters?
Any miners? Get it?
No, yeah, that's funny. I
Yeah,
like
thank
that.
you. Thank you.
Ison is trying to capture these red scorpions. He's got to get 20 of them. He's got to make sure his wheels don't overheat and you can cool them down by running through the water in the middle or running over scorpions. You can see he just ran over that scorpion, which I don't know if that was on purpose.
I don't know.
He had plenty of room to heat, so I don't think he was in any emergency scenario. Oh, he missed that one. That is rough. That scorpion just juked him.
Yeah. Big truck is definitely one of the jobs that you kind of just get better over time. It's, I don't know, I think very few people actually goes in and practices fully.
And there's a lot of RNG at play as well. You know, where these scorpions are spawning.
Yeah, it's not a good time, but
He's climbing the tower now. Oh, okay, we're good.
have to do a little bit
of
of
waiting,
circle.
but we're playing it safe. And there's a strategy here where you can skip having to use that hook.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay.
nearly fell off there. Nearly fell off.
Not even close.
Oh,
Not
jeez.
even close. Oh. Okay. Okay.
It's fine.
So now,
We're fine.
Rude is heading into the truck as well. They're doing a little bit of a different order here. I saw on the Sligold's boards they've written Spelunking, Big Truck, then Dark Caves. But
Yeah, I figured that would be the case.
yeah, we have a little bit of a difference here.
Yeah, it is just, you know, completely optional. And, you know, some places where it's optional, pretty much everybody does it one way. Like, I'm thinking Sly 4, we saw Power Man mix up the job order in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everybody does it the same way there. I'm pretty sure it breaks even. I don't see why it wouldn't, doing a different job order. Everybody does it the same way. But here, Dark Caves, Spelunking, you know, there's a sizable chunk of people who do it either way.
Yeah, the only thing though is that I believe when you do Spelunking, you do Big Truck after
Yeah, you do
always.
have to do Big Truck after.
Yeah.
So.
But you know, like the thing is, sometimes doing a different route can be beneficial. If you wanna like stand out a little bit, do something a little bit different, you know. But there is like with Sly 4, fair, because you know you always start at the safe house anyway. But with Sly 3 and those, you have to be a little bit careful, you know, because like I personally would just follow kind of the standard people go for, you know, Spelunking, Big Truck, and then Dark Caves. Just because, you know, like if you get a com goal, you know, you want that on the boards, right?
That is true. That is true. That is true. And in Slide 2 and 3, usually there's some kind of reason we do the job order that we do. It's very rare that multiple job orders break even. I say very rare. It's like kind of rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Sly 4, the selecting character time loss isn't even there because it puts your cursor on the same person. So let's say you have a Bentley job and a Ryoichi job coming up. It puts your cursor on Bentley. It's gonna be there both times. Even if you do Bentley's job first, it's there on Bentley, and then you've got Ryoichi's next, and that's the only job you can do. It's still gonna be on Bentley for some reason. And if you do Ryoichi's job first, it's the same way. It's gonna be on Bentley. So one of the times you're gonna have to pan over to Ryoichi, and one of the times you're gonna get to stay on Bentley, and it doesn't matter the order.
Yeah.
We can see Ison here has finished up with Big Truck and is moving into Dark Caves, the job that Rude has already done. So even though it may seem like Ison's ahead because he just finished this job that Rude's currently doing, that is not the case necessarily.
But also
We'll have to
knowing
wait.
that it might seem that Rude is ahead, given that he's already done Dark Caves. But it's when they meet up again.
Yeah,
You know.
we won't know for sure until one of them finishes the job they're in. And then that person will be ahead. We'll see if Rude...
Ooh,
Yep, skipping the hook.
nice.
No problem.
Als ze hier zijn, liggen de spullen van Cool vast achterin deze groep.
And we see Ison moving through the caves. Now, Rude had a pretty good dark caves. We'll see if Ison can do similarly well.
Maar deze grotten zitten vol met opaal.
And it's looking good.
Snap wel waarom die mijnwerkers
No problems there. He's made it through the first cave. Now he's just got to make it back out and also do the other cave. Rude is looking for these final 11 scorpions.
Tijd om je terug te brengen naar je eigenaar. Die
I
mijnwerkers
think
zijn
I remember
zo
seeing in
eruit,
Ison's
de maan
big
steekt
truck.
zijn Het lijkt me licht genoeg ontsteking.
His second phase of the big truck was not ideal. I think I saw a lot of periods where there were just a lot of blue scorpions on the screen, not a lot of red scorpions to be found. Speaking of not ideal, Rude kind of falling over there. The truck is not being friendly to him.
Very true.
Luckily, it was not a prolonged event. He was able to get back up pretty quickly there. And now we're seeing Rude with exactly the same scenario that Ison had. Nothing but blue scorpions as far as the eye can see. Now you do want to run them over. This might actually be false, what I'm about to say, but I'm pretty sure it's true. You do want to run over the blue scorpions in order for the game to spawn in more scorpions, which have the chance of being red. I think that's true.
Like, are you talking about a limit of amount of scorpions at a
think,
time?
yeah, there's some kind of limit
Ooh.
of how many scorpions there are at a time.
Rude,
He's got 19 out of 20. He's going for that final one. It's looking like Rude might be ahead here.
Yeah, there's a little cutscene here though. But yeah, Ison going over to this part, Rude is definitely ahead here.
Ooh, Ison with a little trouble on these hooks. These hooks are a little harder than they seem. You know, it looks like easy peasy. You just go hook to hook to hook and you're there. But, you know, sometimes the hooks don't play nice with you.
Yeah, the hooks are going like so slightly upwards in a kind of like a tilt upwards, and your jumps don't really always tilt so much, so you can't really keep following it. So you will have to do some better double jumps. You can't really just single jump them if they were parallel or like to the ground.
And Rude has selected Bentley. He's going to go play Unleash the Guru, putting him pretty solidly in the lead. And Ison misses the disguise jump there. Having a little trouble getting back up. These Sly 3 iframes are not being very forgiving. And he's just got to time this right.
Oh,
he gets it. Nice.
Nice.
Not ideal.
Has to be very careful here. Oh my god.
Does not have a lot of health. Luckily, this way is a little easier because you're going down.
Yeah.
So the hooks are a bit more forgiving.
Oh,
that's a little close. But he made it out. He made it out, and that's all that matters.
Yep. He is good in the hood. Very nice.
Ison, remember, Ison is just trying to keep this race as close as he can. And he's doing a pretty good job so far. Nothing major has happened yet. Rude about to unleash the Guru, and Ison hot on his tail. Ison, we can see employing adrenaline burst. It is burst, right?
Yeah,
adrenaline boost. Adrenaline burst. It's burst, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going a little crazy over here.
Yeah, it's nothing less to expect from such a Oh, I was gonna say a hard word, but insane match. Is grandiose? Is that like good?
I think it's grandiose, like with a D in it.
Yeah.
And as for whether or not that's a word, I have no idea.
I don't know what it means, but it felt good.
Maar zeg eens, hoe wilt u ontsnappen?
Grandiose.
Grandiose, that is a word. That right there is a word.
Yeah. Actually, if you switch the E in the end to an A in grandiose, you have a pizza brand in Norway.
Dat is waar.
Shout out.
Dan komt een wachter.
Yeah.
We can see Rude has set up. He tried to set up a couple of guards. I believe one of them went a little wide. But by setting, launching those guards into your sight line during that cutscene, they stay spawned in through the cutscene, and then you've got 2 guards primed and ready to go to attack these drills. Unfortunately for him, only one of them stuck around.
Yeah,
The
Eisen
other
having
one
some
missed.
trouble here getting a guard to obey. Got spotted.
He's gonna look to grab his final guard right here on the roof.
I think he's just going for it.
Yeah, Eisen just goes for the one guard here. It might have been that he didn't, there weren't any guards for him to grab as well, or maybe he's just playing it safe.
Yeah, I think
But
he
either
might.
way-
It's hard to say. He's a newer runner, so he could not potentially know about the rooftop guard, like in the flash of the moment kind of vibe. But
Either way, they're ending up with the same sort of situation here. Almost got spotted there, but managed to avoid that.
Om hem in elkaar te rammen.
We're just coming up on this final part. Getting spotted, that is not ideal.
yeah, Eisen decided
Eisen's-
not to go for that guard on the roof.
He's
Because
having a little trouble finding a guard.
there was one on the roof, but the cycle would have made Eisen be spotted. So I think he might have hoped that there was one below as well.
Rude nails that trick at the end there. By instead of running right into the generator and running onto the wires to the right of the generator, you can actually hit the generator, deal damage to the generator, without your guard dying, and then you just jump backwards before your guard dies, and
Yep.
repeat, and you don't have to get a new guard for each hit. Very nice
Very good.
strategy, and Rude executes it flawlessly.
I remember from running this game that third guard you normally would have to get would be a harder one to find. So very, very nice strat. Very, very cool.
And now Eisen is approaching that part after this cutscene. We'll see if he can do it as well as Rude did. He's looking around for a guard. This is a pretty good one. Not getting spotted. That'll save a little bit of time. Misses it. Oh. Alright, he's got it. He's got it. A couple of misses there, but that's much better than your guard dying, which is the last thing you want there. We can see Rude on the other side, headed into Hungry Croc. He's gonna have to feed this Croc here a bunch of guards to get him hungry for the taste of miners, which is fucked up, if you ask me. Eisen resetting the game here. Eisen is still hot on Rude's tail. This gap has not grown to anything too sizable. Both runners playing quite well. And remember, the winner of this match will secure their place in the knockout stage. They will be 3-0. Both of these teams right now are 2-0. And 3 wins is enough to secure your slot in the knockout stage. The other team will still need to pick up a win in round 4. in order to secure their spot. And even if they lose in round 4, 2-2 that doesn't necessarily mean you're out. For the teams that are 2-2, it's going to come down to how many of them there are, how many teams there are below them, how many teams there are above them, and it's going to come down to the tiebreaker, which is opponent wins. And you can see all of these numbers over at tinyurl.com/aces competition. That is where you can find everything you need ACES competition related. Links to everything, the standings, all the matchups. It's all there, folks. It is all there. Rude has finished throwing the small guards. And now he just has to grab one flashlight guard, which you can see he's got in his hands, and he tosses it to the croc. Pretty solid, hungry croc.
Yes, yeah, Ice
Now Ice
just starting the job.
it. That puts Rude pretty much one hungry croc ahead.
Yeah. That is a pretty decent lead right there. That croc isn't small. But it's gonna be interesting now. I believe it's the next job the claw. Potentially.
Rude
Or
heading
shit.
back to the safe house, switching over to Sly. And I think it is. I think
It
he's
is
headed
Claw.
straight for the claw.
Oh,
Ice
how this...
taking a hit there into the water. That's unideal. Hard to call that water. That stuff is disgusting. It looks like acid.
the goo from SpongeBob.
This is what mining does to a
Die zijn aan de
place.
andere kant van deze grond.
Yeah.
Oh ja, Bentley had het over zware
So yeah, Rude heading now into the most exciting job in the game, probably, the claw. This is a real challenge for runners. You both have to keep a count of how many you have killed of the guards. You also have to do some small time saves, and not fall asleep is a big one.
Yeah, no, that is the big one. And let me tell you, if you're in if you're playing Effecta, you're gonna want to fall asleep. You're gonna be real tired out. This is a dangerous job in Effecta. But here, it shouldn't be very dangerous.
It's recommended to runners in Factas to eat after this job, because eating can make you a little bit tired,
That's true, yeah.
like sleepy. Especially the chipotle. The chipotle is heavy. Do it,
You
Nave.
can see Nave
fucking
crafting
pussy.
a message, decides not to send it.
He's scared. Oh, I don't know.
Unfortunately for the viewers at home, you will never get to know what Nave was about to say.
It was questionable, if you give some hints.
Both
But
runners clawing.
yeah, we are indeed clawing right now.
Really exciting stuff.
This is really the commentator challenge. What do we
Yeah.
do here?
Tic-tac-toe.
We could do. We actually should have prepared this. We could have played like some tic-tac-toe in the meantime. That could have been fun.
Yeah, I'll go first. Tick,
Heck.
toe. Good job.
Fuck.
Good game. Good game.
Okay. Okay. You wanna play chess?
I don't know how well that's going to translate to the viewers.
Yeah, fair. I can't visualize the board, so that would be bad.
That's a good point. Yeah, you can't. What could you possibly? How could you possibly win? You can't even visualize the board.
But when we have this, right? We have some time here. I think it's time. So, an update on the merch, everyone. I would recommend you guys to join the Discord, the Sly Gold Event Discord. I'm going to be asking some questions about what people want to be made. We're gonna have dad hats be put out for all the teams. We are probably going to have, well, t-shirts, maybe hoodies, it depends. But really, anything you want, we can make a list for you. But anything you want can be made, and in different type of, both like some of them has like a tie-dye version and stuff like that. But yeah, we need to basically just gauge what you guys want. But yeah, it's gonna be out next week. Gonna be fixing this and putting it up throughout the week, and then huge release. And there might be some ones in the future that's a little bit special, but we can't say anything about that right now.
Just
It's
then we
being
saw
important.
Rude drop a rock on Murray's head, which was very rude, if you ask me. But that fails the job and allows him to just skip ahead to this next area without having to pick up Murray and bring him all the way over.
Yep. So, if I remember correctly, there is 6 of these towers, I believe, that you have to destroy. Maybe 8. But I believe it's 6. And
I believe you.
once you have done it, then Murray, with his lovely hat, as you can see, him pumping away on both screens. Murray really going for a good workout here. It's very good to see. But yeah, essentially, apparently, the oil is glowing. Don't quite know how that works, but it works.
I think once they've got them all going, it like something else comes out, the glowy stuff,
Mhm.
I think it's like a different thing than the oil. You can see the oil spurting out the top there. That shit ain't glowing.
True.
Reed picks up Murray, chucks him in the water. No love for Murray in this job. He's on to the final section where he's got to like destroy all of the thingies.
I think he's putting them to light.
Lighten them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these are like flint rocks, right? It's like something like that. Who knows?
Probably,
man?
yeah. I don't think they thought about this deeply when they made the game.
The guards are attacking these things, and if these things lose all their health, you can see in the top left, we'll fail the job, but as you can see, they barely get to half. They don't even get to halfway before we've completed the mission here. And now the glowy stuff is coming out, and Murray's having the time of his life picking that up. This will help him disguise himself as the moon spirit in the operation. Very important stuff.
But now,
thank the Lord, we're done. Ison's not done, but we can watch something other than the claw.
But we're not only done. It is time for the best job in the episode.
No way. You're not telling me that it's time for the best job in the episode.
It is the time for the best job in the episode.
I'm excited.
The music, 10 out of 10. The job, for like 2 out of 10. But like the music is 10 out of 10.
The vibes, 10 out of 10. The lemonade, 10 out of 10.
So, do you think Australia has lemonade bars, or do you think they swapped out lemonade?
Yeah, I think they have lemonade bars in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard some people say that they think it's a beer replacement, but I think that's ridiculous.
No, they don't have beer in Australia. They just drink lemonade, I'm pretty sure.
If you're walking into a bar, though, that's not uncommon. But now he's going in there. Look at this bar. Like, there's so much going on here. Like, there's just a few tables. There's a shock fence.
It's a bunch of dingoes.
Do you think this is a dingo-only bar? Do you think the others have?
No, because the kangaroos come out once it's brawling time, right?
Yeah. Maybe they just got a little bit too much of the lemonade. They have to take a little nap.
Als je ons uit wilt dagen voor een potje limonade drinken,
But they like wake up to go back in and fight.
tegen jullie beste 3
Get up.
limonadedrinkers.
We're fighting. Turn on the fence, Bruce.
Afgesproken en de verliezer vertrekt.
But first we've got to do a little drinking challenge. Lemonade drinking. No alcohol in this game. It's
Yep.
just lemonade, folks. You can see because it's really yellow.
Stort het in je keel.
I've also heard that Bentley is not a fan of lemons.
Really?
So we have to see how this goes. So Sly getting it down very quickly. That is nice. Can Murray keep
That's
up
a
the pace
strong
now?
lead. That's a strong lead.
You
the
think
Cooper
Bruce is the
gang.
first one there, or do you think Bruce is another type of guard that's somewhere else?
I have no idea.
Mm.
Could be anybody.
Oh,
There's some problems over on Ison's end.
did we have
It's
a
not
crash?
English, and so I don't know what it says.
That's the console turned off. So that's a crash right there. It might be the
That is
overheat.
bad.
Sneller slikken, man.
Either
complete the
crash or
job?
overheat.
Je kunt het. Concentreren.
I don't know if you finished the job or not. I didn't see.
Winnen.
Me neither. This could be devastating if he has to do claw again.
If he has to do claw again, this race just became a lot harder for the Sabres.
Lesje leren.
He's on the way. You're actually so right. He was on the way to Lemon Rage, and I do remember that. So, some unfortunate time loss,
Alles goed?
but it could be, it could have been a lot worse.
Helemaal, vriend.
He didn't really lose any progress.
Yeah.
That
The
is not something you want to see from your console.
the sad part though is the opening screens for Sly 3 is pretty long.
It is
So-
pretty long. It is a substantial amount of time loss, but it is
Yeah.
not multiple minutes.
The thing is, if Rude now either has a very bad fight, which I think it's going pretty okay, but if he's going for the cutscene skip, this could change if Icing get it. That does lose a good amount of time if you fail it the wrong way.
Some RNG going in favor of the Jackalopes in the form of a console crash, even before we get into the RNG episode.
The thing is, could they have used up the RNG tokens so they get perfect RNG in episode 3 though?
It's hard to know. It's hard to know. Or maybe they bribed the official, you know, and they're getting everything. Rude is coming up on a cutscene skip here. I'm expecting that he's going to go for it. This is a very precise cutscene skip. You gotta line it up just right in order to get it, and you also gotta make sure that you get the last guard here.
He doesn't have any. Haven't taken any damage.
He does need to get down to 1 health to do it. Looks like
Oh.
he's going for that now. Gonna stand in the fire here a little bit. Looks
A little
like he's
bit
got
too
plenty of
quiet.
guards to work with here.
Pak ze aan, makker.
He's
Oh,
got
noob
his
mode?
guard. Now we have an issue over here. that guard's not dying. Looks like Bentley's taking care of it. He's got to line this up. Let's see, very precise. And Bentley has not gotten the job done yet. Bentley is not. This is not his strong suit. Hey, he's done it. He's done it. Now we can go ahead and attempt the trick. Pretty long setup here. Not ideal. As long as he gets it, we'll be okay.
Oh, that should be good.
That looks good. And now he's
Yes,
straight into the
okay, he
boss
got
fight.
it.
No cutscene whatsoever.
I think setting it up for that long might have a lot to do with Bentley.
Yeah.
If Murray was on the case, I think we would have had a much quicker execution because, you know, Rude had to go and check. Maybe he could hear if the guard was still being attacked.
Yeah, Bentley was not kind to him. And the guard wasn't being attacked. He was just like standing on the bar out of reach. So it was good on Rude to check and make sure. Because if Rude just said, you know, I don't hear him anymore. Although he probably heard him like barking or something. Unfortunately, we in the booth here do not have audio, so we could not tell you. But yeah, you don't want to go for the trick when there's another guard still alive. Because of course the cutscene will not trigger, and you will have just killed yourself, and you'll have to play it all again. And that is the big risk on this trick, and a lot of tricks in Sly 3, is that you are killing yourself and entering a trigger at the same time. And there's two ways that can go wrong. Either you enter the trigger and you didn't kill yourself, in which case you just gotta watch the cutscene. Or you kill yourself but you don't enter the trigger, and that means you have to play everything you just played again. And that is some major time loss.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like Rude is going for really any no push attacks here, so it's gonna be a little bit of a longer fight.
I'm
Not
wondering
going
if Rude
for
has any gadgets on his file. I might be wrong, but I don't recall him using Adrenaline Burst.
No, I don't think he did.
Maar dat masker blijft problemen veroorzaken.
I think he might have had just like the copium file, just set it up very quickly. Don't know if he was probably not in the beginning, wasn't prepared for playing Slide 3, except like in the beginning of ACES, I mean.
And of course, gadgets have not been allowed for episode runs until recently. So it's possible he just had his files set up from before that rule change, and just didn't want to do it again, and so he's just using those.
Could be.
Ison coming up on the skip. We'll see if he goes for it. Certainly, if you're a newer runner, you're wanting to cut stuff out that could, lose you a lot of time if you mess it up. This would be a good thing to cut out. But it can save a big chunk of change, but he doesn't even slightly go for it.
Yeah, I think they're just going safe here.
Yeah, definitely a safe move. We saw straight out of the gates in the Sabres' first match, Ison played episode 6 of Slide 3. And I think there we could really see the Sabres' game plan for Ison, and that is safe strategies. Getting a nice, consistent, safe episode out of Ison is the Sabres' sort of key to success here. Ison's Gauntlet was a lot of safe strats. Nothing like what you might see out of more experienced runners. But the point is, he made it through. He made it through reasonably quickly. He did not have any major mistakes that he might have had if he was cramming, learning optimal Gauntlet into learning the rest of the episode and also all of the other episodes.
Very true. You also had in the beginning where when Ison was in, I think it was the first ever match of Sabres versus Peacocks. Ison didn't have push attack for the Dr. M fight.
Yeah, that was rough. He lost a lot of time there, and that's an unfortunate mistake. You could tell that he was ready to play the fight with push attack.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of runners, if they got there, found they didn't have push attack, would have lost a lot of time as well. So you can't really blame him for that.
Really, only the runners that have the spin attack strat in the bag is gonna be able to get out of there without a hitch. But yeah, we see Ison here, just trying to get this guard to die. Had some problems. I saw one of the barrels hit Ison as well, meaning he only got one hit in, I believe, on the boss.
That is unfortunate.
But it's going pretty smoothly. Trying to go for push attack there. Sadly missed it by just a tiny smidge.
I'll say Rude's having a little trouble with the guards. He missed one earlier. He had to go pick him up again, and then he was too close to the helicopter, so he had to move back and then launch him again. And then he had to walk quite a ways to find that last guard. So not completely ideal, but Rude is moving on to the final parts of the operation. A lot of cutscene, but not a ton of gameplay left. Pretty clean run overall from Rude. I think he'll be happy about his performance here. Ison, I think, will be happy about his performance. Might not be happy about the time because of that unfortunate crash that he had.
Yeah. I do think, though, that just face value of the teams, I would assume, since we saw Eisen go for a more safer route, the question is, did he go for a safe route due to the crash or not? That is the thing, maybe trying to negate as much time loss as possible, given that got a little bit in during the crash. But
Could be. I think it's reasonable to assume that he has just not practiced that at all. If the Sabres come out with a win here, then we'll have to make sure to ask him.
yes. But yeah, when I look at the teams, I would say compared or how they're playing up right now, if everything, let's say if we go by if everyone gets a PB, most likely Remo will come out on top of Frizz. Alapo will more or less come out pretty hard on Antho, depending on if Antho has practiced EP5 a lot, which I have no information about. Eisen probably loses to Rude. They're a little bit tied there, but it looks like both teams, due to those offsets, are pretty even all the way through.
Yeah.
And also,
We have to imagine, I believe it was the Jackalopes pick to slide to episode 5. So we have to imagine that Antho is pretty confident on it.
Yeah.
The Sabres picked this episode. It's likely that Eisen practiced it a lot, and I mean, it certainly shows. He's been doing great. Didn't want to give Rude time to, practice, but Rude has not really shown that he's had any troubles.
Yeah, no, he has.
Here and there, but it's been pretty solid.
He has pretty solid control on the episode. So definitely seems like they have had like a practice plan, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Went for a little. Don't think he can quite make that jump from Eisen there. Does get around the guard. Oh, just barely. I thought he had that.
Yeah, that is very, very sad.
Could be a little tricky finding these guards for this part. Hopefully you can get one of these guys, no problem.
Now he has a plethora to choose from.
The game will do that to you, though. It'll not give you any guards until you only need one more, and then it gives you a bunch of them. But Rude is now in the final cutscene. After this, we will see him climb up Carmelita Fox, and then that will be the episode for him. We'll be moving on to Frizz next in Sly 4 Episode 3. And like I said earlier, Sly 4 Episode 3 is filled to the brim with RNG. We have not seen it in the tournament yet, so we really have no idea what's going to happen here.
Yeah, this the current offset between the two teams right now, it could be changed dramatically during 4-3, or it could give the Jackalopes a huge advantage. It all comes down to both, the job that doesn't have RNG definitely needs to be practiced. It is not a very, very easy episode to run.
Yeah.
And then, on top of that, you have RNG, and, during runs, you lose music there. It's just awful.
You don't want to make it sound like it's, it's just completely RNG, because there is a lot of skill. There is
a lot of skill, yeah.
It is not an easy episode by any means. Even if you say, the RNG will do what it will, I just want to play well. It's not easy to play well.
Yeah. I think it was Rude going over to another boot.
Going on the wrong boot there. Recovers it pretty well.
Oh,
come on. Oh, he's having a little bit of trouble.
I think he might be liking this. Oh, the Rude is done. And Frizz is on the way. That was a very, very, very fast switch there. Very nice of that team. And since this is an episode run, we are gonna have music in Getting Stronger. I'm so excited. Well, we are not, but
no, we're not. You guys will. You guys will hear it, and you're gonna love it. But we're not, unfortunately.
Yeah. But do we need music?
I've
Would be
heard it
kinda cool,
before.
I guess.
I can imagine it.
Bentley.
I can't, but yeah.
Like I have to
let's,
do every full game run.
Just have-
Frizz is away.
He is sprinting. He has gadgets. He's
Yep, he
sneaking
has
up on the
gadgets.
penguin, taking
Like
that little.
Sly 3, gadgets have recently been allowed for episode runs for Sly 4.
Very nice. I believe it's only Sly 3 that doesn't have that you can get coins before and buy mid run, right?
No, that is also true for Sly 4. So,
Oh,
for
okay.
instance, Adrenaline Burst, you cannot have in your episode 1 runs.
Mm.
Even though sometimes in full game, if you're on the 500 loot route, you would buy it in episode 1.
Mm.
Frizz going for the rock jump. Ooh, falls off the rock. That is a tricky jump getting on that rock.
Yeah.
There is a setup for it, which I think he's a little farther right than I usually take it, but as you can see, he's nailed it that second time. And so second try rock jump, you're not gonna hate that. You're not gonna hate that. You don't want to get stuck there forever. That's really, I mean, of course, I say this, but you're going against Remo, and if Remo got second try rock jump, he's gonna hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a disadvantage of being a top level runner like Remo. There's gonna be a lot of like unnecessary pressure to perform, to kind of
Yeah.
be up there. I do think Remo, very, very, very seasoned runner, is doesn't care. As long as he has the Pepsi Max and the controller in hand, and
Yeah,
maybe
Remo
a
is-
spreadsheet on the side, no one can stop him.
Remo is definitely one of the titans of Sly 4. I think you could say arguably the best Sly 4 runner that there
I think
is.
you could arguably say the
not
best
currently
runner.
the world record holder, but
That is
I
true.
want to say he's the world record holder in all of the episodes. Is that true? I'm gonna go check that real quick because
Yeah,
it
there-
might have changed. No, it has not changed. He is the world record holder in every episode, and of course, episode runs are exactly what we're doing right here.
Yeah. Want to give a pointer though that the current record holder Beaver GG, not to be confused with his brother _GG, does not like episode runs.
No,
So-
he does not.
That is also one of the reasons why it's uncontested. But other people are trying to beat him. But Remo is holding tight. He's ready. I
Remo's
think
been running some full game though. He's been looking for that full game record,
that is true.
and he might
Um,
he might be able to snatch it one of these days. We will see. But now he is off to the races in Sly
was a
4
quick
episode
switch.
3.
That was some fast movement by our man behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Giving the huge disabilities that person faces. It's incredible to see such movement.
Now Frizz is not too bad at this game himself. He had not been running it prior to ACES, like Remo had, but he came back to it for ACES. He's been getting a lot of big PBs, a lot of great times. So he's certainly a force to be reckoned with in this game. We'll see if he can maintain the lead. He's in unexpected ties here. This is a pretty difficult job. A lot of technical things, especially the section at the end. We'll see how he handles that. There's a few different ways you can play the section at the end with the pillars.
But
Remo is approaching. He gets a little stuck there. I think he'll be fine. No problems on that picture. He's approaching the rock jump here, so we'll see how that goes for him.
he gets it. Very nice.
He was a little farther left on the mushroom there, which is what I like to aim for. And he gets it first try.
But Gandhi, did you see
Yeah.
that Friss went for? I think he went for the
Did he go for
Gandhi hooks.
The Gandhi hook strats.
Yes, I believe so.
Very cool strat found by I can't remember who found it, but whoever it is, they must be really cool.
I think it's a Gandhi man. Right. I think
It
so.
might be. It might be.
Well, I don't know.
Here's another tricky little spot here. Oh, just almost didn't get it there. You got to make sure your camera angle is right. Very weird sort of leap there.
Yeah, Frisk keeping up good pace here to keep Remo at bay as much as he can. Oh no!
Ooh,
Gets
you
hit
hate to
by
see
the
that.
invisible balloon.
You gotta respect that bubble. He sort of tried to predict when it was gonna pop and jump before it popped, but so that it would pop before he hit it, he was just a little early, and he ran right into it. Very unfortunate. And we're coming up on the last section here. This is the section that I mentioned. We'll see how he handles this. The leap to the first guard, and then he's going to paraglide across the next. Gets it no problem. He's going for the leap on the second. This is, I think, a great way to do it. Some runners like to do it differently. And then the leap on the third. If you're too fast there, a bubble can't get in your way. But we saw him do a little crawl there at the end. Made sure it was not going to be an issue. And he gets through that nice and clean. Just
Yeah,
the
that,
one mistake on the bubble, but otherwise a great job.
Yeah, as for anyone that does it intended or haven't ran since 2021, that new route where you go left first is as I said, new.
It is, yeah.
How much time does it save?
I have no clue. Could not tell you.
I would say it's quite a bit, given that you basically don't have to wait. The other route, you have to do some waiting
Yeah.
sometimes. It's very scary.
The leap ability has a recharge to it. And so the intended route is that you leap between each pillar. And of course you have to wait between your leaps because of the recharge. But by doing it this way, you leap every other pillar. It recharges while you're paragliding. And you don't have to worry about that at all.
Yeah. Oh,
Remo
all the
doing
Gandhi
the
hooks.
hook strat. Pretty clean
Very
there.
nice. So yeah, now Sly is just conversing in English with Bob, who speaks Bob.
Actually
And
conversing in, I believe, Swedish.
oh, okay, fair. Swedish and Bob.
Swedish is the optimal language for this episode. I'm fairly certain both players are currently playing in Swedish.
Yeah, they are.
The optimal language is actually kind of random because it depends on dialogue skips, which we will get to in duty calls, which is the second to last job in this episode. But there are dialogue skips in that job that are kind of random, but there are ways to help them happen. Some of them, sometimes. Some of them are like it's kind of a mystery. But depending on which ones you get, different languages are optimal.
Very true.
So in full game, that means that German or Swedish is optimal. Most runners choose German because the outcome you need for Swedish to be faster is very rare. And we see Remo hopping right over the bubble.
Oh
These
my
are the kind
lord.
of top, just tippy top level strategies that very few runners are going to be doing. But Remo is one of them.
Yeah. When it comes to duty calls, though, I believe that it's only the fourth one we know. Is it 4 and 3 that we know how to?
4 is the only one that is quote unquote. Ooh, Remo falls down there. He just doesn't get the jump off the spinny thing.
Yeah,
That
and
is gonna
sadly
be some
there's no
unfortunate time
checkpoints
loss.
in
Yeah, he's
between
gonna
the
have to
balloons
do
here.
all the pillars again.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can pull it off cleanly this time.
And he gets it very
He gets
nice.
that one. Yeah, going on the right side there for this last one makes it so you don't have to worry about that bubble. And we can see Frizz is in getting stronger now. And it looks like Frizz has missed one of the ICSSs. That is bad. That is actually really bad. Because there are, I believe, 6 of them that you have to do back to back. And if you miss one of them, you can't do any of the rest of them. And he has missed the 3rd one. Which means he's got to watch 3 more cutscenes that hopefully, probably, Remo will not have to watch.
Yeah.
4 cutscenes in total.
That is very unfortunate. However, they are not that long. but it is gonna be a pretty significant time loss if Remo does hit all 6 of them, or at least misses later than the third one.
Yeah, they're not. They can be a little tricky. They are certainly missable, but I think Remo is expecting to hit them all. I think there's even a way you can use the PS menu to buffer them and basically ensure that you get them. It is a little slower, of course. I'm assuming Frizz was not opting for that strategy, and yeah, that is
I
rough.
believe these runners, both on both teams that is running Schlag 4 now, Frizz and Remo, are both so high level players that they don't even consider going for it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see Remo using the PS menu. However, I know for a fact that Phobos does use the PS menu, and he is a top runner, so it is not unheard of among the top runners, because it is just a little tiny bit of time loss to just completely 100% guarantee that you get them. It is also a little awkward because you have to sort of reach your left hand around to press the PS menu and the start button, which isn't really a problem here, but some ICSSs later in the game you have to do some platforming beforehand, and optimally you have to start holding the PS button before you get to the trigger. So it can be a
Remo
little
entering
awkward,
here.
but it's pretty easy here.
Remo entering, growing stronger now as Bob.
Yeah,
Uber Kurva.
we're gonna see him gain a bit of time here. He's not gonna catch up entirely, at least not here.
Yeah.
But there is also some RNG at play in this job as to which mini games you get.
So, dear viewers, please pay attention to the left side here. This is gonna be where Remo could save time over Frizz. That was 1. That was 2. So not going for the post buffer strats.
And what he's doing here is just simply pressing circle and start on the same frame. That is it.
They are frame perfect.
They are
Ooh,
frame perfect.
little tricky there. Oh,
Yeah, a
that's
little
nice.
trick there.
Got 2 more
Little
left
spump.
now.
Yeah,
He's already gonna be
saved.
saving some time. Oh,
Goes for the PS menu on that one. Wonder
Okay.
if he has extra trouble on that one.
and let's see
Just wants to
here.
guarantee that.
And he gets all. Very nicely done. Yeah,
Yeah, he's made up a lot of time there.
that second last one, I do have vague memories that it is a little bit difficult, that I've failed it
Yeah.
myself.
I mean, I've been using the PS menu strat for a while now, so. But in memory, yeah, that one can be a little trickier. And so, strategically using a PS menu just for that one seems like a pretty smart move.
Yeah.
Frizz, on the other hand, missed one of the penguins. It was very embarrassing if you saw it. Penguin came up on the bottom and he hit the left side. There was nothing there at all.
That's very unfortunate. Frizz had this moral compass change for 1 turn there. But yeah, now in this job there is some kind of interesting, how can I say? I was gonna say, like, I guess routing, where sometimes or well, generally you want to fail some of the mini games and then how can I say, complete
doing
some
it
of them.
here. Frizz doing it in style. You can just stand still there and fail it. But Frizz instead moving Bob even more in the way of the penguins.
Yeah. So it's essentially how many, on the bottom left corner of the screen, it says how many you have to do. If that's a low number, I believe you do not fail, but if it's a higher number, you do fail.
There
so there
are
will be more.
specific certain games that you want to fail. This batting game he would want to fail, except for the fact that he's already failed 2. And if you fail a third, you fail the job, and that is not what we want here. But yeah, batting 5 penguins, dodging 5 penguins, and then the balancing the egg for 20. Those all you want to fail. And then there's also batting 4 penguins, which you only want to fail if it's the second of a pair. You can see the minigames come in pairs, and then there's like a little cutscene. If it's the second, then you want to fail it, because failing the second of a pair saves more time than failing the first. Going to town on this penguin on the sumo. Pushes him very far before he even gets to the slapping. But he does get the double sumo. I think he's a little bit slower the second time around, but he's still... No, you know what? I might take that back. He's destroyed him. Let's see how Remo fares the mashing. I mean, this is some really fast mashing here by both runners. In this part, you have to... Oh, he gets it before even the slap. The one phase. That is ridiculous. I'm extremely lucky if I get it in 2 phases. And Frizz got it in nearly 1, and Remo got it in exactly 1.
Yeah,
in that part, you have to mash square and circle, but you had to alternate. If you don't alternate, it doesn't count. So you can't just mash them both really hard. Or maybe you can. Maybe that's what they do. I don't know. I can't do it. It's too hard.
Yeah, no, I've never made that. I'm a pretty decent masher, and I have never made that one cycle there. That is very impressive.
I can mash okay if it's one button, but the square circle alternating is very difficult. Remo opting to do the 5 dodge. I'm wondering if he already failed the batting? No, he hasn't. He's opting to do the 5 dodge and fail the batting. And you know why this is? You know why this is? It's because the batting is the second minigame, and it saves more time to fail the second minigame. I actually did not realize that in that case, if you get dodge before batting, I'm assuming you want to fail the batting. Normally, you'd rather fail the dodge than the batting. That is interesting. I wonder if you just always... If those are always paired up, if you always want to fail whichever one's second, I'm not sure. I have to get Remo's take on that.
Frizz now heading into the worst RNG job of the RNG job.
This is not true. He's going up, actually.
Okay, so we're gonna go up before we do the RNG.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then we'll do the RNG job.
That was rigged commentary. I do know this run.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. Reasonably clean on killing those guards there. That part can get a little messy if you get hit. And the guards are being weird. But the rest of this job for Frizz should be pretty straightforward. Later on, there is a fast cycle that you can get. I don't think many runners go for it. Remo will, I'm sure.
Starving Ogiri, you know. Goddamn. Comes from a guy that's scared of food.
Wow.
Goddamn. Yeah. We're throwing bombs here. But okay. So it seems Remo is around 2 minutes behind, I think, at this point. And the Sabres. I don't know why I said Remo there. But the Sabres are around 2 minutes behind.
Finishing up. Getting stronger there. And looking ahead, we've got Alapo versus Antho in Slide 2 Episode 5 coming up for the last run. We have to imagine that Alapo's got the advantage there. Alapo is a much more experienced runner than Antho. And while, you know, I think signs point to Antho having practiced that episode in particular, since the Jackalopes did pick it, I think Antho's going to have, or sorry, I think Alapo's going to have the advantage, and I think it's going to be up to Antho to just minimize the difference. And so I think if Remo can pull out a lead in this episode, that might be everything they need to take home the win. But we shall see, because we still got Starving Hippo coming up. big RNG job. We've got duty calls. Anything can happen in duty calls. And we've got a lot of hard stuff as well. We've got Ice Bentley. That's not easy. We've got the operation. There's a lot going on in the operation.
Whoa. Okay, Frisch
So
did
Frizz is going for the
jump.
restart checkpoint strat here.
Oh.
You restart checkpoint there, you can just barely make it past that egg, and he does that well.
Whew.
It's
Okay.
sort of, I believe Beaver came up with that technique. It's sort of like an alternative to the one cycle. Sort of a middle way of doing it. Faster than the normal way, but slower than the true one cycle. So if Remo can get the true one cycle, he will save a little bit of time there.
These are global cycles, right? I think. Right?
I think yes, but just for that part. So it's not, once you skip the cutscene before it, I believe it starts going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not 100% on that though. Or maybe it starts going. No, because this is just this part, and then you go across the nests, and then you're on the third part. Frizz heading over to Starving Hippo now. This is the big RNG job. The penguins are going to spawn. There are a lot of different places in the map. I say a lot. There's 5. There's 5 have a little bit of problem there. You don't need to press circle at all. Not sure about that stomp. But yeah, we can see they start out spawning here. This is spawn number 1. And then after this, it's going to be random where they spawn. It might be spawn 3, it might be spawn 4. And the technique changes based on which spawn it is. If it's 3, which it is, he's going to run to it. If it was 4, he would restart checkpoint. And then it would be a different one. And he would have to quickly try to tell which one it is. Either restart checkpoint again or run to it. We can see Remo going for the fast cycle here. And he gets it. You can see he got past that pterodactyl right before it woke up. Any slower there, it would have caught him. Frizz is now going over to spawn 4. After you get spawn 3, you're either going to get 4 or 1, and either way, you're just going to run to it. So it's shaping up to be a running around kind of getting stronger. Generally, you're running around getting stronger. They're going to be not ideal, not super fast, but not super slow. Because if you're doing a restart checkpoint and getting stronger, you might get lucky. You might get some good spawns. You can get some really good spawns back to back and go really fast. Or you can get some bad spawns and you have to keep restarting checkpoint over and over, and then you have to run somewhere. And that's where you can lose a lot of time. But Frizz, just sort of a standard running back and forth, getting stronger.
You mean starving hippo?
Yep, that is what I mean. Thank you very much.
I wasn't sure if it was a bit or not, but
Nope, said the
that-
wrong thing. He's farming some coins here. Of course, he doesn't have to do that because this is an episode run. Don't think there are any gadgets he's looking to buy. But in full game, we do want to farm up some coins there just because Bentley's talking. There's nothing else to do. You're just waiting for the job to end. Did I say getting stronger like 3 times?
You said
That
like
whole
6
spiel?
times or something like
That
that.
is crazy.
Yes,
Oh,
that's what made me unsure. Roughly
Yeah, no,
18.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. No, you were very convincing. I gotta say. However,
thank you very much.
isn't there in a strat in starving hippo here to always just try and restart checkpoint to get number 1 spawn, like a very
Could
risky
do
one?
that. You could do that. It's a bad idea though. If you like losing time on average, then you could do that.
Yeah.
But if this was the last run and Remo was like really far behind, you could argue that that's his only way back in, and he should do that. But that's not the case here. There's a lot of game to be played, and Remo's not that far behind.
Yeah. I think he might be a little bit luckier here with the spawns.
Yeah, he got 3, and now he's going back to 1. I don't actually know when you're going from 3 if going back to 1 or going to 4 is faster. So I'm not really sure, but it's shaping up to be similar. We'll see if he gets 3 or 4 here. That looks like 3 again. So
They
it's
have-
gonna be a running back and forth for Remo as well. Wow, that's a good message, Nave. Good job.
Good joke, man. That's a very good one. Good reference right there.
The real ones in chat will get that one.
Yep.
And he's going back to 1. Yep. So Remo got 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Frizz got, I want to say 1, 3, 4, 3, 4. I think he ended at 4. And Frizz is an Ice Bentley now. There's a few tricky spots in here. It's a very skill sort of job.
Also remembering what to shoot. Very good. Very important.
Yeah, using the trigger bomb here to blow that up. In a full game run, it's very unlikely you'd have trigger bomb by this point. And so you have to do a strategy where you hover pack to the ledge that big thing is on. There's like a little part of the ledge that you can grab onto. And then wait there for your hover pack to come back up, and then you can hover to the end. But of course in the episode run we can use trigger bomb, and so you can just blow it up and go right ahead. This room that Frizz is in, this can be a tricky room. These guards can be very annoying. You can see they stop randomly. They've got a deceptively large hitbox, and if you run into them you have to do the whole room again. You have to pickpocket all 3 gems again.
They also turn very violently, I would say.
Yeah. These guards really want you to run into them.
Yeah.
But it looks like Frizz has gotten all 3 gems. No problem.
Scary here though. Don't wanna run too early so the guard turns.
It's actually fine. Once you've got all 3 gems, if you fail the job, we can see he's going for a bomb boost there. Ooh, doesn't quite get it. And now he's out of health. Yeah, he's just gonna blow that up and go straight to there. Yeah, as I was saying, once you've got all 3 gems, you get a checkpoint. So if you fail the job, you actually just spawn right next to the door that you're trying to go to. And so in some situations, it's even optimal to fail the job. If there's a guard between you and the door, you'd have to wait for him to like move around or something. Then you just slap a guard, fail the job, and you're right at the door. Now he's just got to shoot the Grizz in the butt here a few times, and then he will be done with Ice Bentley. Pretty good Ice Bentley. There's the one missed bomb boost, but that didn't cost him too much time. We can see Remo on the other side is an Ice Bentley now, bomb boosting straight into the cutscene there.
Frisk got good shots on the Gluteus Maximus.
Those
Muscle right
shots
there.
can be a little tricky. You can go for them like very early, before he even exposes his ass to you. You can sort of predict that he's gonna turn around and like where he's gonna be. Or you can go more safely and just wait for him to present his butt for you and then shoot it where it is. Remo is entering the tricky room. He's going for a technique here, a little bomb boost. That is a spicy one. That is scary, because if you do that wrong, I don't really know the specifics, but I'd imagine if you do that wrong, you can get launched straight into that guard and fail the job. Or if you don't get launched far enough and you just fall down, you're not feeling too good either. Remo onto the
Good guard
last
cycles.
guard.
This guard cycle in the end is fine, I think, right? Yeah.
Riz is heading into duty calls. Duty calls will be the last. Yeah, you can see Remo just fails the job there, and he's right at the door.
Very nicely done.
duty calls is the last bit of RNG. I don't think there's any RNG in the operation.
During the Grizz fight, is it always consistent?
I
How
think
many
it's
spikes it
100% consistent. All of his moves.
Mm.
Now in full game, duty calls would be a big coin farming mission. Lots of breakables you can see Frizz hitting here, and then you're trying to go for loots. The Grizz will talk on his phone. There are some dialogues, and during those, if you pickpocket a guard, it doesn't lose any time. Normally taking a loot loses time because the game freezes while you're taking the loot. But during the dialogue keeps going, and the dialogue is what is the bottleneck. But of course, no need for coins, no need for loot. Frizz is just, farming for fun, because the only other thing you can do is sort of just let him walk. And we're coming up on the first dialogue skip. This is dialogue skip 2, but it's the first one because dialogue skip 1 is impossible. So we'll see if he gets it. I actually have no idea because I don't have audio. But
It seems like he got it. If he kills
get
the
it?
guard now.
I don't think he got it. I think it would have happened by now.
Yeah, no. Did not get it, sadly.
People in chat will know before us. But yeah, there's a chance that the Grizz's part of the dialogue will just not happen, and it'll cut straight to Sly and Bentley talking. And that causes the dialogue to end early, and as soon as the dialogue ends, there is a checkpoint. And then, because the dialogue was super short, the Grizz is much farther back than he would be normally. And so you can just fail the job there, and then because you got that checkpoint, it moves Grizz along further, which saves quite a bit of time. But they are kind of random. There are techniques we can do to try to lag out the game and make them consistent. If we had the costume from episode 5 that lets us slow down time, then they are 100% consistent. We can see Frizz just went there for a bad landing, which lags out the game. Or it doesn't lag it out, but it slows down time very briefly to try to get the dialogue skip. Of course, I don't know if he got it, but I don't think he did.
I don't think he got it, no.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Dialogue skips 2 and 3 are the very unlikely ones. I think I can't remember which way it is, but I think 3 is extremely unlikely, and 2 is very unlikely. 4, the last one, is kind of consistent. There's a setup you can do with stealth slamming a guard, and depending on who you ask, it's either completely consistent or just pretty consistent. We can see Remo's doing a strategy here with the Banaki comp to try to get skip number 2. I don't think he got it, or he'd be going behind those guards there.
I would actually go as far and say that 4 is consistent.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. So there you go.
The
I'm
duality
probably
of
just
man.
bad. I'm probably just bad. I'm not doing it quite right, but
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
it might be one of those things that it should be consistent, but then every once in a while it feels like you really did it completely right and it doesn't work. I don't know. Dialogue skips are a little bit of a mystery, just a little bit. So Frizz is coming up on skip number 4 here. The idea is you stealth slam this guard when the Grizz hits a certain point. Did that a lot earlier than I normally do it. But like I said, I don't think it's consistent, so it's possible that he did it at the right time. It's not looking like he got it though. That is unfortunate. So no
I believe
dialogue skips for Frizz.
I believe the timing, for me at least, is when the Grizz touches the fire of the campfire.
Yeah,
So Frizz
that's
went a little bit
basically what
earlier.
I use. I use the arrow above the Grizz for that. We missed it, but Remo did not get skip 3. Just to be expected. Taking a good look at that bottle.
That's a very nice bottle right there.
So we'll just be looking for Remo to get skip 4. If it is consistent, you know, theoretically, Remo will get it because it's Remo.
Vi behöver den där koden.
But who knows?
So are we
Frizz
putting?
coming up on the butt skip. He's just got to open his Manaki Com at the right time here. That looks good to me. That sort of very weirdly skips part of this cutscene. Specifically the part where we see Carmelita's ass. But
Hey
viewers at
yo!
home, don't worry. There is another part where we see Carmelita's ass. So it's not all lost. But yeah, the viewers at home will be hearing it. I won't be, but the sort of dialogue and what's happening on the screen should sort of not mesh.
Antar att björnen kom undan, eller?
Yeah, Frisch got it very nicely there.
Wow.
All right, Remo's heading up to skip 4.
Så kan du ge det till Bentley åt mig?
See, the entire consistency, inconsistent thing rests
position.
on Remo's
He's got
shoulders
his
right now.
camera angle.
Det kanske jag
He's
borde.
ready. He's primed.
Du är inte så pålitlig, eller hur?
Aj.
He did it quite a bit later than Frizz did it. We'll see if that worked.
Eller?
He's getting in position.
Oh, yeah, that's it right there.
Yep,
Yes.
Look at that.
So
Skip
we have now
4.
declared it is 100% consistent.
100% consistent. It must be.
Surely.
Yep. So that's going to be some time save for Remo. He's going to catch up a bit more. We've still got the operation to play, and the operation, a lot of shit can go wrong in the operation. But it's looking like, you know, as things stand, Frizz has a good lead, not a huge lead, certainly not an insurmountable lead, but the kind of lead that is keeping this race interesting. Remo, of course, got the butt skip, I'm sure. And Frizz headed into the operation. How experienced is Antho with 2-5? I mean, here's the thing about Antho. We have no idea. Not one idea at all.
Carmelita, är det säkert att du är okej?
If we check the logs, Antho has played Sly 2 Episode 3 twice in this tournament.
Oroa dig inte.
That is all we've seen him play, is Sly 2 Episode 3. I don't think he's submitted anything to speedrun.com. You played Sly 2 Episode 7? I can see you. Am I looking at the wrong thing? I literally am looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at just literally the wrong person entirely, so just forget everything I've said. He has played 2-7 and 2-6 is what he's played. I was looking at Alapo. Alapo has played Sly 2 Episode 3 2 times. Antho's played 2-6 and 2-7. But he's not submitted anything, I don't think, so we really just have no idea. The only idea we have is that the Jackalopes picked it, which means likely they're confident. Frizz getting that bomb boost, that can be a tricky one to get up on top of there. Now he's gonna... Oh, he's not! There's a new proxy there that Remo will certainly be doing that saves quite a bit of time. It's not too difficult. It's like a little finicky, but I think you can miss it something like 7 times or something and it still saves time. I don't know if that's the right number, but it's something insane.
That's a pretty big number.
Yeah, it just sort of, you skip that whole ride on the basket. You launch straight to the point where you're shooting the things. So that'll be some time saved for Remo when he gets there, assuming he gets it. But like I said, it's not too difficult, so he shouldn't have any issues there. Good cycle there for Frizz, sneaking by those spinny things.
Yeah, very nicely done. The hack is, I believe, if you do it correctly, it's the quiet zone. There's no sounds whatsoever, I think, right?
Yep, you interact with the hack and pause on the same frame, and for some reason, that makes the hack completely quiet. Remo going around. I've not seen this strategy where you. I mean, that looks faster. Where you blow up both of them rather than hovering to the final one. Doing a little bit of A/B there. That can be a little risky because you're. Oh my god! And Remo's not going for it either. He tries to get on the top there, which saves a little bit of the time, but it's not going for the proxy at all. That is crazy because I want to say Remo found it. He might, if he didn't find it, he certainly said some stuff about it, and I think he shot like the collision there, which made him take damage, and he died. That is some unfortunate time loss right there.
Damn.
Luckily, it wasn't too bad because second time around he was able to, with only 3 shots, hit all of the targets. But yeah, if you hit circle and start same frame, just like an ICSS, to enter this hack, the hack has no sound and it skips the hack complete screen at the very end, which of course saves time.
Yeah, on the right here we have Frizz disabling or overheating versus firewall. And now Sly will have to go over and hack his PC. Of course we won't be seeing any of the hacking, but that is 100% the intended logic behind this. It surely isn't to stop the egg machinery from working.
I could not tell you what's happening.
Yeah, Frizz is gonna go for some nice movement here on the outside, skipping, having to ride all these, I guess, lava winds.
Be
very
a little
nice.
tricky, but Frizz gets it no problem.
It's a little bit tricky, but it is actually, I would say, easier than it looks.
It is
looks
certainly easier than it looks. Yeah, it looks very scary, but it's not too bad.
I have a personal experience with getting a little bit lost in the sauce when I'm going there. So it's very important that you actually do get to practice it as well.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, we can see Frizz is in the fight now. The fight, unfortunately, not super exciting, and it is very long.
Yeah.
Remo gets this skip, but he's just under the fire, and so he's going to take a little more damage. That should be fine.
So normally, in I guess except for episode 5, the PIP or the picture-in-picture window of the next runner would pop up, but because this fight is so long, it's gonna be holding back a little
We
bit.
got plenty of time. Remo going for a strategy there with a paraglide and a cane stall. He actually doesn't need to use the costume to get over that first gap, which means he doesn't have to wait for it to recharge before he uses it for the second gap. Unfortunately, as we saw there, he was just not quite in the right position for the second gap, and so he lost a bit of that time he was saving by doing that strategy.
It is weirdly finicky to get the costume to work properly. Like, you have to have like the right camera angle, and also the angle of Sly needs to be correct for the blue line of hope and destiny to pop up. Very nicely done by Remo there. Frizz is still dancing and partying with Grizz over here. A little bit of some icicle action, a little bit of here comes the Grizz, a little bit of laughing, and some ice. I was gonna say tornadoes, but I guess like I don't know, what do you even call it? Like shockwaves? Ice shockwaves?
Yeah, shot. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some strategies the runners are employing here. The Grizz has a couple attacks that you want to sort of intercept. He does a "Here Comes the Grizz," and when he does that, you want to run up as close as you can to him and let him hit you, so that will cut that attack short. He's also got a "Ain't No Way You Catching the G Train," where you do basically the same thing except for you jump over him rather than let him hit you.
Yeah. Frisch getting a very nice cycle there. Didn't get hit before he managed to push the ice block into Grizz. That's very good.
The runner's pretty neck and neck here, except for the fact that Frizz is one full phase ahead. But
Yeah.
they're at the sort of same part of the fight.
It seems like they're actually like insanely neck and neck.
Yeah,
But
they're
the easy way
not.
to spot it is to see whenever the inputs come from Murray, they're not hidden on Remo's
Yeah.
screen. Except that one.
Except that one. But all of Frizz's are hidden. And we'll see the
Yeah.
health bars here. As they both start punching away, we can see Frizz is one full phase ahead.
This is weirdly mesmerizing that they're so like.
Yeah. I think I think this phase is gonna be different length for the runners, so unfortunately it's not gonna stay synced up. But yeah, they're in that punching part. That's another technique you can do by mashing square and triangle as hard as you can. You can punch pretty fast, because both of those inputs work as punches. But yeah, now these runners, they're just dodging the majority of these attacks, intercepting "Here Comes the Grizz" and "Ain't No Way You Catching the G Train." We can see Remo already into this part with the ice blocks. Frizz not there yet because his phase is a bit longer because he's on the next phase. You can see Remo's punching between the ice blocks, allowing him to hit them both at the same time. Pretty clean on that one. The minimum amount of punches required.
Sadly, I had to go for another jump there to make that.
And now
Can
Frizz,
be a
of
little
course,
bit
has
difficult.
Yeah. Frizz has the triple blocks now, so he's aiming to focus on the one on the edge, because you can hit the middle one while you're hitting the left one and while you're hitting the right one. Probably gonna get barely
Nice dodge
dodged.
there.
Those icicles can be annoying because they can hit you even when you are outside of their circle sometimes.
Yeah.
But luckily he was able to escape that one. Frizz, after this dancing section, he will come up to the last punching part. During that part, you don't even have to hit the Grizz at all. You can just sit there and wait, and then it will finish. And it takes the same amount of time as if you punched him. It might. I don't know if it actually loses time to punch him there. My guess is that it takes the same amount of time regardless what you do. He actually is punching him.
Yeah, Frisch is going crazy on this bear right here. And there, Frisch is
That
done.
time for Frizz. He's done. Antho's going right ahead.
Little bit of a slow switch there, but that's no problem.
We can see Antho is paused there because he's going to be looking for this cycle right at the beginning. The big one is the tank. Later on is on a cycle. And if you miss that cycle, you can't take a picture of it. You have to wait. And then if you have to wait for the tank, you have to wait for the blimp. And waiting for the blimp loses a lot of time.
Yeah. Shoutouts to the boat here. It's a pretty cool boat. Contessa actually got some pretty cool things.
Yeah, she's got a boat, she's got a blimp, she's got tanks. Sick.
You ever think she
Remo,
just sit in the tank and goes, I'm in a tank?
I would.
Yeah, same honestly.
Oh, Antho's going for avoiding the tree. Oh, and he misses the tank. He misses the tank. He's just a little too slow on the pictures. And then normally you would use the tree to get up to here, but he went for an easier strategy, I'd imagine. He's more comfortable with. Unfortunately, it means he missed the tank. And he's going to miss this blimp as well, I'm pretty sure. Normally,
Might
you'll
just
see the
barely
blimp.
make it.
Oh, no, he's fine.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
he's not fine. He's not fine.
Run!
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Okay,
Oh.
I may have exaggerated the importance of the tank cycle.
No. What you were doing were thinking too optimally by
Yeah.
not having to latch off, of course. You know, we don't want to lose time.
Yeah,
That
normally
loses
you
something.
would be able to take that from the pole, and when you take out your Banaki-com, there's a little animation, but when you're attached to a pole or something like that, there is not. So optimally, he'd still be on the pole, and he would get the blimp a lot earlier, save some time there. But really, as long as he doesn't completely miss the blimp cycle, he's going to be pretty happy.
Yeah, so we see Alapo here going for the same thing. So let's see if he can hit this tank, and if he does, that's gonna be some time save for the Sabres. If Antho were to have missed the blimp as well, which he almost did, that was a very close one. That would have been a very big save. So see Alapo there,
He
going
almost
for the
wants to
safe
jump up to
picture.
the next platform, but opts not to and just get this picture.
Going for this.
Yeah, you
Shout out
should get a
Alapo, pussy knowledge.
nice and fast blimp here. No problem. That's some time save. I don't want to speak too soon. We haven't seen what Antho can do in the rest of this episode, but this gap is not small. Wait, this gap is not big. The other one.
I guess it kind of works. There's a pretty decent gap between them.
There's a decent gap, but it's an easily closable gap, I would say. Antho's
Yeah.
going to need to play very strongly in order to defend this gap. And we've already seen him miss the tank cycle. You know, he's got to not do things like that.
Yeah, the Alapo is the stronger runner here, and I do not. I think this gap is more or less fair. Eisen did have a little bit of a hiccup there with the console crash, but I do believe this is a favorable position for the Jackalopes. Maybe Friss had hoped that Remo might have some bad RNG or something like that. But they ended up getting basically the same exact RNG on all of
Yeah,
them, really.
I'm not sure on the getting stronger RNG, just because there's some skill things, missing some mini games. Obviously, missing those ICSSs was huge. And we don't have the split breakdown in front of us or anything. So I'm not sure how the getting stronger RNG treated both runners. But the starving hippo RNG I think was pretty comparable.
Yeah.
And then duty calls, Frizz did not get skipped for, but I would argue that was a skill issue. He was a lot earlier on the stealth slam than Remo was.
Yeah, given that we now have figured out the 100%.
Yeah, now that we know it's
consistent
consistent. Now that we know it's 100% consistent.
But yeah, there is some jobs coming up here. You have Ghost Capture, which is a bit of an RNG job with cycles. So I guess it's just RNG which cycles they spawn in with.
Yeah,
But
there's
the
one
most will
ghost in
come down
particular.
to how the runner will handle it. I personally taught Alapo some of my pussy strats to handle the ghosts. Uh, Wonder if he's gonna be using this here or if he's gonna go faster. So it's very hard to say. This is one of the jobs that I would believe Antho would have practiced relentlessly. If they had a full-fledged plan of playing 5.
Yep, this one and stealing voices is the other big one. That's going to be towards the end of this episode. Stealing voices is a very hard job.
But that's
A
more
lot of skill.
that's more
Yeah,
skill,
yeah.
right? I
It
think
is
that's
not
only
an
skill.
RNG job. It is only skill, but it is very easy to lose a lot of time in stealing voices. And it's very easy to lose a lot of time in ghost capture, which we see Antho has just entered.
Yeah,
There's that one
sadly.
ghost in particular up top where you can, if you're lucky, he's on a good cycle, you can get the picture without having to go up there. But if you're not lucky, you have to go up there. There is a circle boost you can do to get up there more quickly. We'll see if Antho has that in his repertoire or not. It is It's a little tricky, so I would not be surprised if he has an alternative ready.
Yeah. Sadly, we did not get to see any of the proxies that we saw in the Bombers match. I don't remember who the Bombers were playing against. I'm very sorry, but I remember the Bombers got that. I think it was the Knights.
I think it was the Knights. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was. I want to say it was Sonic and Turk.
Yeah, both
They
going
both
for
did
it,
it.
and that was an incredible show of tricks. Because that
Lapo is opting for Kidnap the General first here, so we will see another diverging job order.
could be beneficial. I know when you do run episode runs, or I would prefer to have Ghost Capture first, just because of that it is a bit of a more of a time loss central. But
I believe in full game, there is a way. There's an order that you have to do because of getting treasures. I don't remember what it is. I
yeah, I
do not
haven't ran the
remember.
new route, so I have no
Things
clue.
have changed. I think maybe.
There only was a website where we could figure that shit
If
out.
only there was a website where we could figure that out. Wait a second, Augie. What about slygolds.com?
Slygolds.com, how can we forget slygolds.com? Oh, shout out
The job
slygolds.com.
order, you can see golds for every split there. What a website.
Oh,
And
Antho
though
having
a
some
little
problems.
trouble with this. We've
Oh.
seen a lot of even on the pictures that don't move around. We've seen a lot of pictures that have been too close or too far.
Yeah, this roof one is gonna be what decides here.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna. No, he's not even gonna check it. This is a strategy you can do. Not even waste your time checking. I normally get that ghost that he just got first, but I
Yeah,
suppose this is
same.
fine if you're already coming up here.
Yeah,
Might
this seems
even
like
be
a very
better.
planned strategy. Be able to
and
get
you
it
can
right
see
away.
he's
That's a
come up
little
for
bit
this
further
guy.
away.
He's gonna have to come across.
Oh.
Ooh, just barely missed him there. Yeah, so this guy you can get from down below if he's on the right cycle. Antho doesn't even attempt that, he just goes straight up top, which is perfectly fine. Because of course, if he's not on the right cycle, you just waste your time standing there, like looking
Oh.
for him.
That's a little bit too close for comfort. Let's hope the tank doesn't ruin his life here. Oh,
Antho's out of stealth slide. That shouldn't be a problem though.
that's half HP though. That's
little
only one more
unoptimal.
tank shot.
He's going up here for this. This is a safe strat. There's a place you can stand that's sort of more on your way to the next ghost.
Yeah, you
Just
definitely
right
want to
up
have
here.
full HP for that one though. So you can
Well,
at
he
least
get in
take a
trouble
hit.
with the tanks. I think a tank hit would kill him. I think
Yeah.
you do half your health. Gonna snap this one. Ooh.
Be
So
very
got
quick
it.
here because he's standing in
close.
tank central.
Yeah, he was cognizant
Oh!
of that. Oh no!
He
On
gets
the
sniped!
climb
No!
up. Oh, and he tried to
No!
dodge it as well.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Oh
Oh.
man, that has gotta hurt. That is rough. He was so close to making it through.
That might actually give the Sabres the little notch they need here to take this
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, if Alapo can have a clean ghost capture, which he is in now, he could take back the lead. Remember, Alapo has played Kidnap the General. Antho has yet to play that job. Yeah,
Very true.
a lot of just like mashing the R1 button there, rather than getting the good framing, which is fine. It doesn't lose too much time.
Seems Alapo is going for the kind of standard route you take here, where you stop here, take this ghost.
Yep.
If he's very unlucky with it.
Ooh.
Very, very unlucky.
Oh
no.
man, this is rough.
I think he might be standing a little bit too close to the tower there. He should have taken
Yeah.
a few
I
steps
like to
back.
stand a little farther back. Although I do
Yeah.
think some of those he could have gotten, but it was just very tricky. Now
Not
that's
that
a
one
good
fast,
picture to
though.
get. That's a good picture to get.
Now let's see. Oh, the top one. Is it ready? It's not done cooking yet.
He's looking for it, opting to go and get this one instead. He's
Left
looking
the
back up.
top.
I'm not sure if you can actually take the top one from there. This is not good. He's wasting a lot of time here.
Yeah.
Alright, he gets the bottom one. We'll see if he checks for the top one again, or if he... It looks like he's gonna look for it.
Yeah.
This, I think.
The
I think.
think-
Oh, no, he's over
that
there.
was close.
He's just
The
waiting for him though. He's not opting to go up there. I think he's
The-
gonna come out. Yeah, right here.
the pussy strat I was talking about earlier is to take the first two and then go over to this area, take the third one, the fourth one, and then go up there and just stand there and kind of wait for that ghost. On average, it saves you time in, especially in 80% runs. However, in a setting like this, might
Antho's
not
in
be
trouble.
good.
He got a
Yeah, we
spotlight
have-
guard here, wasting his time.
He could get the entire Czech army after him. It seems like they have started gathering.
Luckily, we've got Atlas strength here, so he can just book it out of there.
Yeah, it helps a lot with these cycles as well, because they can get pretty tight, depending how you get into them, and also, oh, this could, oh, that's good. We're good. We are safe.
Yep. Not terrible. You'd rather not have to run into a flashlight guard there, and it's certainly avoidable. But he dealt with it pretty quickly and moved on. Alapo, not a great ghost capture. There were some problems, but he got out of it without dying, and so I think that's going to be a bit better than Antho. They're both in these
Yeah.
final cutscenes. I think Antho's going to get through first. Yep. So Antho is still in the lead, but it is tight. It is tight.
None of them were clean, but I think Alapos was more the average. It didn't go super well type, like the I'll take this for a full game run.
Yeah. Antho was very close to being quite clean there, though.
Yeah.
Just that one. If it wasn't for that one shot, you know, he was.
Yeah,
He
if-
would have been
if-
pretty happy with it, I think. As
If
opposed to
Chris
Alapo,
Kyle
who's
hadn't
kind of
entered a
messy.
tank, he would have been
Yeah.
very fine.
But both runners heading into Mojo trap action, which is kind of the claw of slide 2. It's the Cooper Hanger defense of slide 2. Just a series of auto scrollers.
When you say this, it seems like Slide 3 might have a lot more, like Mojo
Yeah.
trap action.
It's like the claw, or like the Cooper Hanger defense, or the that part in Operation what's it called with the pirates where you're slapping the guards as the,
Oh,
as the
yeah.
crusher, or
Yes, the vases maybe in episode 4, potentially.
yeah. Well, you know, that's a little. That's at least, you know, high energy, maybe
Yeah,
high risk.
maybe boat riding between jobs in episode 5.
Yep.
I think we could count that on a technicality, even though it is traversing between missions.
So
It
while
is
these runners
something.
are just sitting here dealing with these guards, trying to collect some healthers so that they have enough adrenaline burst to get to the next one. I'm going to talk a little bit about this competition that we're doing right now, the ACES competition.
Oh.
You're currently seeing a match in round 3. There are 4 in total rounds of the Swiss stage. We've got 10 participating teams, and the top 6 of those teams will move on to the knockout stage. And these teams, both of them, are 2-0 right now, and so a win today cements their spot in the knockout stage. The top 2 teams will get a bye straight to the semifinals. They won't have to play the quarterfinals. And so, you know, whoever wins today, next round, they will be fighting for those top spots. But today they're fighting for qualification. Of course, the losing team is by no means out of it. 2-1 is still a very healthy record. And a win next round would cement their spot in the knockout stage. But if they win today and if they lose today and lose next round, then they are on the chopping block because 2-2 is not a safe record. It's not guaranteed that you get eliminated, but it's going to come down to the tiebreaker, which is opponent wins. So very exciting stuff happening in this sort of second half of the Swiss stage. You know, things are shaking out. We're starting to see where people will end up, where teams will end up. But it's been a very exciting tournament so far. It's been very successful. We've had a great time. I'm having a great time commentating here with Augie.
Oh
It's
yeah, I'm
great.
having a fantastic time.
Even though we're in Mojo Trap.
Yeah. Well, I guess had and will have a great time.
Yeah.
We also
Great
had
time.
Claw. This has been a good day.
Yeah.
If there was if we had actually 4-3 was amazing. That was amazing to experience that. But if that would have been 3-3, I think we would have had the gauntlet of snooze fests.
Yeah.
Um,
But you know, we're up for the challenge here in the commentary booth.
has 3-3 actually been shown?
I think it has.
Or 3-3? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a little look-see here. Oh yes, it has Knave and Slink played it in Buccaneers Lumberjacks last round.
Wow.
It was at 7 p.m. my time, so that might be why you missed it.
Frisk, given context, I see you're slandering me in chat. The lawyers will be on your neck for that one, but it was in the context of the jobs. So the claw is the snooze fest, not the actual episode. Yeah.
Yeah, we can see Antho getting out of this crypt just a little before Alapo. Alapo's got a couple more guards to kill.
Yeah. I also want to mention that in each of these crypts, there is actually a snooze button moment you can have, where you can place Bentley in such a position, and it's different for basically all of them, where you can essentially just go take a piss in the meantime.
Oh,
Ooh.
Antho gets hit
Oh,
on the way.
So about to
He's
say
trying to
Alapo.
sleep dart that guard.
Alapo taking the lead here. Oh, what a change of
Did
pace.
not expect the lead change in Mojo Trap of all things.
Okay. And now this is
Oh,
getting
he dies
exciting.
again.
Oh
This is
no.
bad for Antho.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. Yeah, this part right here, no GSM, very dangerous.
Yeah, most of this job is just a auto scroller. Nothing's happening. But between those auto scrollers, you know, with this thing on your back, you are a one-hit kill, and so you do have to be careful.
Yeah, between each of the crypts of Snooze Fest, there is a Monka-S moment, which is, I don't know, I guess it's to wake you up for the next crypt.
Both runners running around in circles here. I do think Alapo's technique here is the one you want to be using. Where you're just you're either running like towards the camera, or you can see, you know, he's kind of running towards the camera, sort of at an angle.
Yeah.
But Antho running away from the camera at points. He should be fine, but you can see on Antho's screen these guards are kind of getting into positions where they can attempt to hit Bentley a little more often than Alapo's.
Yeah. This could be an experience thing as well, going the kind of GSM route type vibe with the camera turned. Can be a little bit difficult if you're not 100% sure the layout here. So if you were to do
Alapo-
that, then it could be very dangerous.
Alapo opting for the sleep button and then bombing all the guards. Just not the fastest way to end this section. Looks like Antho's trying to gear up for the fire. think it was it was a little early.
I think he
Spawn
could
another
push
guard.
that guard out of the way actually there.
Always having a little trouble with the bombs there. He might have been going for a trigger bomb and accidentally hit AB or something.
일은 끝났어. 이제 한
Could-
번만 더 들리면 돼.
Antho have just hit the guard back into the spawning area. Would that have counted?
That is
Or is-
certainly possible. I think that is a technique you can use there.
But I think that might be before they actually enter the arena though.
방금 또 웨이포인트를 전송했어.
I'm not quite sure.
그건 좀
I've never
Um,
seen anyone try it that late,
yeah.
kind of.
That is not something that I have in my brain, unfortunately.
Yeah, as commentators, we aren't always updated
know
on all the
everything.
different things, and it
It's
simply
not
is
as though
because
both of us have made tutorials for this speedrun.
no, but well, that is many moons ago, Gandhi. So
True, true.
also, I believe you didn't actually make a tutorial for this.
No,
this
not for
episode.
this episode. No.
So, given that fact, you surely don't know anything about
No.
the episode. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is.
that is
I
true.
think that's how it works. But yeah, but yeah, me and Gandhi also have never done anything not optimal, so we actually don't quite know
That's true.
all of the
I've never
normal
had that
threats.
situation happen.
Yeah, so
I would
it's
never let it happen.
it's very hard. I believe 2026 is the time for that Ison. I believe, if I've
Yeah,
heard rumors correctly.
Yeah, we did misplace the tutorial, so we'll have to go and try to find that. I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
It was sent on a transit truck to Peru. It hasn't arrived yet. When it arrives, it will be uploaded.
Yep. In Peru.
It,
Let's go to Peru to see it.
yeah. That's in the Peruvian movie festival. That's when they will be releasing it. And then, of course, there will be a slight time before it's in theaters.
All right, Mojo Trap is over.
Oh,
For both
time to wake up.
runners. This is incredible.
Okay. So now,
Time for Tank Showdown. Exciting job. Lots of action. You get to drive a tank. The controls are great. Is Berserker Charge available at this point?
모두 탱크를 조정해.
No.
모두 위로 하면 탱크가 전진하고 모두 뒤로 하면 후진을 하게 돼. 서로 반대
as
방향으로
Murray would say here, I'm in a tank,
He
which
would,
is very
yeah.
relatable when you're in a tank.
알겠지?
Oh man, yeah, if we could use the tank freely. Just like in free roam with the tank, that'd be great.
I don't know why they didn't allow us to do that though. And also, why didn't they add like hooks to the planes? You know, that would be super sick if
Oh,
you could
man.
hook onto a
Yeah,
plane.
that'd be crazy. Now there are
You
some
can ledge grab it though.
optimal strategies here. See Alapo eliminate this tank quickly here. Yeah, that's nice.
Very beautiful.
That is very good to do that. You should be able to get this tank before it rounds that corner there.
It'd be a little bit difficult to hit sometimes, just
Got it.
because of the angles.
Yep, this
He's
is
gonna-
shaping up to be a good tank showdown. Hasn't taken any damage yet. Dying is certainly a possibility in this job. You need to be careful sometimes.
Took his first hit there. Is it still fine? Oh, that shot being cancelled out is very sad.
Oh,
loses
but
a little bit of
he
time.
sort of thought he got it. So he aimed away and took a few hits, but he should be fine. There's only one tank left.
Yeah,
No
doing
problems.
the riding strat there.
Now we get to see Antho do the exact same thing. Ooh, Antho only going for the one shot on this guy. Opting to just go ahead and go around to the left and intercept him here.
It is
Gonna take a
fair.
hit as a result. And he's gonna miss this next tank. Goes for the one shot. I think that hit.
Yeah, isn't the shots the longer they fly, the more damage they do?
You know, I don't know.
So I swear, like these tanks here, they require 4 hits, but when you shoot them from a distance, it's only 2 or 3, or 3 maybe.
Yeah.
So I
Maybe.
do have
believe
a
you.
feeling about it. Yeah, I do have a feeling about it.
Antho's getting quite a bit lower. Doesn't take another one from that. Think he should
Lapo
be
has
fine
to
as long
load
as he
here,
gets-
sadly.
He needs to not take another, but he's okay. He's okay. Alapo on a Stealing Voices, I sort of missed it again. I missed it. I don't know what happened, but he had
He
to.
he got Faith Floor, but he didn't hit the trigger the first
and he
two
had to
times,
load.
so he had to load.
And
He
like
would
we
have
said
died.
before, Stealing Voices is a difficult job. Either
Yep.
runner, we could see a lead change. We could see. Ooh, Alapo. No, he doesn't. I don't think he has to load here. I don't
He
actually know.
doesn't, but I think it's he might be going for something with kind of
There
like
might be some
the feel.
inconsistency if you do that.
We have a lead switch again, and
Antho got it.
Antho actually gets
Antho
it.
is
Nice,
through.
very very nice.
First part
We-
of this tricky job, Antho saves a lot of time over Alapo.
Yeah, not
But now
sure
we've got
with
a lot of stuff left.
Alapo loading here if that is because he kind of likes the when I gets it very nice that it's like a momentum thing, or if there's some inconsistencies there. Don't know. As we say, we always optimal, so we never fail it.
Exactly. I've
Um,
never failed that.
Antho going for the craziest square boosts that can happen when you want to be a little bit too fast. Because you want to hit square like at least a frame before you hit
Ooh.
X.
Alapo getting spotted there. He's got to use Smoke Bomb.
This is dangerous moments here.
He's got the key.
Yeah, people might be wondering if he should have gone for another smoke bomb there. You need to have some stealth slide here to be fast. So I think he's just conserving the juice for that.
Yeah, Stealth Slide and health are both things you need to be worrying about. And he's a little over half on the Stealth Slide and about half on the health. Antho's used a bit more Stealth Slide. If you're on a Stealth Slide, that's fine. You just have to run. And there's a very tricky strategy here, which Antho might have been going for, but unfortunately the paraglide usage there made that not doable.
Yeah, paragliding next to corners is very, or walls can be very, very
And at the
dangerous.
same time, Alapo has entered into a fight with these guys, which is really bad. You do not want to be doing that. You want to just glitch high jump up on that chandelier, and then you can just make it across without having to deal with them at all. But he definitely lost some time here. Antho's lead is growing.
Yeah.
However, this is looking good for the Jackalopes, but still a lot of job left.
And also,
Alapo on the hard
is
part?
the stronger runner here. He's probably gonna go for the root strat here, I think. Yep.
Ooh, I've actually
That is
never
a
seen
very
that.
that's a very
pretty
nice
cool.
strat. Instead of doing the just normal glitch high jump over the guard, you go for
Is
that.
it easier?
I believe it can be, yes.
'Cause I might want to try that out. That's pretty cool.
It is very sick and it's very, very safe because you just jump straight from the railing on top.
Ooh,
no!
and he gets spotted
Allah!
here.
And now he can't die to reset that. It's very,
He's at
very
one health,
unfortunate.
and the super jump was
Yeah.
not a possibility anyway.
Yeah. Also got spotted by another guard on the bottom there.
This is not looking good for the Sabres. Antho just has these last two guards. He gets
Again.
spotted again. He's just
Oh, no.
going a little too late there. He's got
Oh, the
one
noob
health. I don't know if he has enough for a smoke bomb here. I think he would have used it if he did.
You might try for the wait and hope strat here. But there's no other guards that can see him.
Alright, he should be good to get the pickpocket here.
That is
he's
very,
got-
very unfortunate.
He's got one health going into this next room.
But again, we have
hard to do
Antho on
this
the
one
other
without
side,
damage.
struggling
He's
a little
got
bit
spotted.
with these
This
ones.
is bad. He doesn't have any juice. No hope of a smoke bomb. He's just gotta wait. It should be
And now this
fine,
will be
though.
very messed up. He has to be very. Oh, he had only one more pick left.
Alright, we'll see
That
if
is
Alapo
very
can
good.
get this without taking any damage. Oh, he gets past that guy.
This is the scary part right here. Ooh,
Gets past that guy.
that is
He's just gotta make
this
it
is
the
very,
other
very
way.
scary right here. Be very, very careful, especially right here.
You just hit the guard, make it over. Very well done there.
Nice.
If he can get through this job without taking any more damage, He's still got a shot at it.
He's probably gonna go for a healther here because he has pretty low juice as well. He's gonna try to get
And he
this.
gets
Yeah,
the
now
health.
he's
That is pretty good.
Yeah, you want to have some juice left here. It does save a lot of time given that there's some ramps. Oh no, missed that one. That is fine. Yeah, it's once you go through these cycles and you let them go one way around, then it starts getting weird because then they now start going over like this and
Yep.
and start meeting and hugging a little bit, little bro fist. Oh, that's a
awkward,
nice
pretty
little
good.
pickpocket right there. See Antho finishing out the job here. You might think it's over, but we have one more dreaded job, which is the crypt hack. Oh my god, Alapo just beat that shot. That. Oh, okay. My heart skipped a beat there. Oh my god, okay. Oh, Alapo. Oh my god, dude. Alapo is scaring the fuck out of me right now. That's a Monka
Should be
steer if I've
good.
ever seen one. But yeah. Generally now, this should be smooth sailing for Alapo. If he has some hiccups in the movement here, like this stupid ass circle input right there, can be a little bit weird here. There's also a very awkward square boost coming in, like right there. Yeah, he's just gonna double jump it. Very nice. Operation.
It's tight, but a clean crypt hack and a clean operation from Antho.
Yeah.
means
Operation
He's got it.
will be is generally looked upon as a less of a hard job in that sense. Very many places where you can lose time, contest a fight, but there are if they know the setup.
First phase of the
for everything?
contest fight should be very easy.
Yes.
That's
I-
not to say you can't mess it up and lose a lot of time there, but the second
Yeah.
phase is going to be, you know, where you can use your skill to get a nice and clean second phase.
Yeah, first phase all about just having the good momentum and the rhythm going. Second phase is the rhythm plus managing to have Contessa always be on the roof.
There's still
But yeah,
lots
we
of
have
opportunities for a little time save. You got the
Yeah.
hack. You know, doing that right save you a little bit of time. You know, you don't want to mess up the chase, but it should be pretty much an auto scroller. And of course, we're in crypt hack. You know, this job is not free. You can lose some time here.
yeah.
If you take a death.
There is also the thing when you are on the because you have to go through it once, but then you also have to go back. And when you go back, you have only one hit because you're carrying the what is it, the canister? I guess the dark.
It's the battery, I think.
Is there a battery? Oh, it's a battery. Yeah.
It's like powering the terminals.
Yeah. This is where Knave gets a shout out. Little Knave over here with that K. But yeah, hacks here, beginning pretty easy and simple. You just want to play like how can I say, the bait and switch kind of with these little robots or AIs. And then it's basically just do a little like half circle around them. Done. Very nicely done. Now the horny people in chat will see Carmelita chained up here. You know, hands up, guys.
We had big Carmelita. We had Carmelita chained up. We had skipping
Carmass.
Carmelita's butt.
Yep.
There's a lot of that.
It's a lot of Carmelita actually.
Makes you really wonder what the true motives for picking these episodes were.
Yeah. I'm thinking there might be some rigging to get the most Carmelita out of there. Is there any episodes of the ones we have played now that has more Carmelita?
Slide 2 episode 6 has a lot of Carmelita, I would say.
Mm,
She's got the cute hat, you know.
very nice hat, yeah. Does it rival Murray's hat though? Oh, Antho taking a hit there.
That is
Very,
not what you
very
want.
normal.
That is not what you want.
This is sadly one of the jobs where I feel it's a lot of skill and momentum going in. Because if you have bad momentum, the cycles will start messing you up. And you'll
That was
have to
pretty
adapt.
close to the computer, so that's a lot
Oh.
of time loss.
Okay, yeah. So here it's all about basically doing like just like Antho doing now, taking it nice and slow. Don't go for anything insane. However, if you do go for something insane, you will save a lot of time. Alapo
Here's the
doesn't
other
have
thing
any
is-
of
Yeah.
the juice left.
Antho does have a full canister of juice. If he gets a canister, I don't know. But he's got full juice. So
Juice
he
pack?
can, if he wants to, AB up these stairs, up and down these stairs.
Yeah.
It is very scary because you're running full speed at these places that could kill you.
Yeah. I do know Alapo is familiar with the harder strats, bomb boosting, adrenaline burst and stuff in this job. But I don't imagine he's gonna be going for much of the super difficult movement here.
Hopefully he won't have the chance to do any adrenaline bursts because that would mean he died.
Yeah.
You can see it. Antho, A being up there, he kind of hugged the wall there to sort of make sure that he didn't, spill out into the room at super high speed. Sort of controlled it, reined it in, and as a result, he made it to the last hack safely.
Yeah.
So he's still got that lead.
This is, I think, basically gonna be up to operation. Unless Alapo dies here, there isn't that much time he can save. I see Antho taking a few hits here. This could be bad with this amount of health going towards this bot here. Have to kind of see if... Seems like
Should be
Antho is
okay.
disregarding it. Oh my god.
He's fine. He made it.
Oh,
Took a little extra hit just to put us on our toes.
yeah, that would have been one hit from the boss and you would be stun locked until you're dead. That gap right there when Antho managed to squeeze through and go to the final keyhole. Not something that is very good. Alapo here doing exactly what I would have done. Go up, go over around the boss, and then go down right and then up again to move the boss away from the keyhole. Very, very nice here.
And like so many aces, it's coming down to the last job.
Yeah,
This is
like
still anybody's race. Antho's got a pretty big advantage, I would say, going into it. But we'll also have to see what strategies Antho is doing in the fight. You know, we've seen him do safer strategies. You gotta do the optimal strategy in the first phase because it's not hard and it's really fast.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't do that, then Alapo will have a chance to gain some time on him there.
yeah,
But-
if depending how much experience Antho has here coming into this operation, it is really up to any Monkasteer moments during the hack. How quickly or what strategy will be utilized in the first phase. However, the first phase is pretty simple even without the combos, but the second one, that's where everything can fall apart. However, one thing that people never mention is the planes. If you haven't grinded out the plane section to learn all the spots, you can easily lose time there. But once you go past the tower, that's when then you have to wait for them to respawn.
Yeah, we'll see if Alapo has done that. If Alapo's got a fast plane section.
Yeah.
Because, if Antho makes a mistake, then he's sort of opening it up for Alapo. But I think even if Antho doesn't... Ooh!
He's
We're
going
going to
for a
have to
rope.
grab the rope here. That's okay, but that's just a little bit of time loss. And if he's got a few things like that, if his second phase of the Carmelita fight is not as clean as Alapo's,
Alapo much closer than I
planes
believed.
are not as clean.
Oh, gets the double
Pretty
swing.
good fight.
Very
Pretty good
nice.
fight. This is neck and neck.
Oh, we're
Alapo is
getting to a
closing in.
dangerous point here now. This might actually come, like, if they keep going like this close to each other, it might come down to who types done first in the room. Hopefully doesn't come down to that. I like to see a team win by a more of a clear margin. But you
And I'll just
never know.
say, hopefully there's people on both teams who can hear me right now. If it is tight, it will come down to who types done in that channel first. And so it's very important that both of the runners are ready, got done pre-typed. They can just slap the button as soon as they're done.
Yeah.
And if there's any concern with, oh, you know, I sent it, but it like didn't send because Discord is slow. I actually finished before. You know, we can get into that. You know, you can say something. We can look at retiming it.
Yeah.
It does come down to that.
Just wanna preference and say that typing done by a team member doesn't count. It has to be the runner
It
that
has to be
sends
the
done.
runner.
Also, yeah, like Gandhi said, if there were to be any contests about or contesting about the final time decision, we have multiple methods and we have a full-fledged VAR team that can handle this
We
for
just
us.
want the done because that's a nice, clean, easy way to instantly know who finished first. But if after the run, the runners have reason to believe that it was not reliable, then we can use other message to figure out who finished first.
You also have the thing in the beginning, because of the restreams can have some delay. The runners didn't start at the same time. Believe that the Sabres started slightly earlier on our screens
But you have to
than
count it. You have to count like, you know, that was a different person. So you have to think about the stream delay on the handoffs. So we really don't know exactly, you know, how much difference there is between these runners. And so if it comes down to a few seconds, it's certainly possible that that the team that wins will not be the one that appears to win on our screen.
Yeah. But it will be because of how we handle the starting thing, it's all about reaction. So in theory, reacting to when to start and typing done when you're done or finished the run, that shouldn't matter if there is a recording, even though. But we do have the recordings, multiple of them, to be able to figure this out. But yeah, if it were to come down to that, expect a little intermission before we find out that.
Runners, make sure you got done pre-typed. So you just have to hit enter. And also, I can't see that channel. So I think our fabulous producer, Nave, will have to let us know if the team that wins is not the team that looks like they won.
Yeah, I'll also keep a look at the chat there.
I'm just gonna assume that whichever team it looks like wins until somebody tells me otherwise.
Yeah, this is the we will due to the fact that having a moderator here as a commentator is cheating. We will let the producer tell us what is the
it's
right
all
one.
the producer's job.
Yeah, the man behind the wheel, the guy in the chair, the guy
He's
in
been
soon
doing
to be the
a
wheelchair.
fabulous job so far. Nave's been great.
Yeah, counting the disabilities, that is a fantastic job done by Nave there. Now
both runners into the cutscene, made it through the chase.
Very, very close here. There is maybe what 10-20 seconds between them.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Alapo was a little slow getting up here. I think he could have made it a bit earlier.
About 8 seconds on the restream.
I'm not sure what Antho did in that part.
Yeah.
But we're coming up to the plains. We could see a lead change here.
Yeah,
need clean plains.
It all comes down to plains, most likely. You see Antho here going for it. He seems to have... Oh, that's a little bit of a mess there. He's now, because of that...
This is looking a little unoptimal for Antho.
Yeah. I think he might be a plane behind, if that makes any sense.
Alapo's catching up. Alapo's one plane.
Oh, this is...
Okay,
now
two. Now
one.
one.
This is dangerous.
Oh my god, it's so tight.
As you can see, this is where the experienced runner comes in, knows the locations of the spawns in the back of his head. Because Antho was a slightly slow there, he had to wait a little bit before he could shoot more planes.
Oh man,
But yeah, this is very, very close here.
What a race! I mean,
They are
we
tied now.
expected a good one, but I don't think anybody expected this.
This is actually
insane.
crazy. So 4 left going through. Antho has now passed. We'll have to wait for this one to come up here. Alapo 2 left. He has 1 left. He's waiting for the plane to spawn.
Antho is through. Antho maintains the lead.
Antho-
Oh, just barely though.
my
This is
God.
so tight.
Oh, this is 3 seconds in between approximately.
That is
Acknowledged.
insane.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say it. If this goes how I expect, Alapo will take this victory. The experience of the fight will most likely be in favor of the Sabres due to experience.
Yeah.
But one mistake by Alapo, that's bad. And Antho
And
can
Alapo's made
take
some
this.
mistakes. Both runners have shown that, you know, they are not perfect on this episode. Both runners could make a mistake in this section, in the second phase, even in the tank section. We could see an Augie lap. God forbid.
Oh no.
An Augie lap would cement this. I
Knock
think.
on wood, brother. Knock on. We don't see an Augie lap. But also, can I mention, why is Alapo always the one in the end fighting for the victory? Did it against the Bombers, I believe. I believe it was with... Well, no, there was someone. I don't remember who it was, but it was in episode 3. 2, 3.
No, yeah, it was Alapo playing 2-3 as the last episode in both of their matches so far.
Oh, we seem like... Oh! Antho knows the strats. This could be very,
Ooh,
very dangerous.
He doesn't have to contest up against the wall. As
Does
long as
lose
he does,
some
if she
time.
doesn't fall off, he'll be fine.
Still maintains
He's got
the
it.
lead.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh my god.
It's
this
just
is
as
going
tight. It's
crazy.
just as tight.
Oh.
It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to the last phase. It's gonna come down to stream delay,
Oh.
pending an Augie lap.
This okay. So there is a chance now we get something called the Augie lap. Due to the skill level of new runners and older runners, this shouldn't happen.
This
If,
should not
however,
happen.
you were to miss, I think it is twice with the tank, you will most likely get an Augie lap unless you manage to snipe the F out of Carmelita.
Yeah, it's very easy to shoot Carmelita's tank here for the first section, but if you miss twice, then you go around that corner, it becomes a lot harder, and you can lose a lot of time missing shots.
Praying for both teams here. Okay, Antho. Oh, it's a little shaky.
He missed one!
He missed.
Did he miss that other one? Oh no! Oh my god, Alapo's taking the lead!
Oh my god! Oh, dude,
Just
if he
barely.
hadn't hit that one, that might have been an Augie lap right there. This is fucking crazy. This could come down to experience here.
Antho is just barely holding on. It's all gonna be in this fight.
If one of the runners manages to not get Contessa to drop off the roof, they win. That's just how simple it is, unless something
Yeah.
in between
That is
happens.
the key to this phase. Not getting hit, and the harder thing is keeping Contessa on the roof. Angling your hits so that she doesn't get knocked off.
We even see a team members in the chat here going crazy. See Alapo got a little push.
Ooh,
He got
hypnotized.
hypnotized. Oh my god. Antho
Antho
managed
pushed
to get
her
off the roof.
off the
This
roof.
is basic. This is
Alapo
basically
did
equal
too.
right now. Oh,
Antho's
Antho
getting
got
hit.
hit as well.
You also don't want to die here. You can't get hit too many times.
This could be very, very
Antho
close.
just barely not on the roof. Ooh, and Alapo falls
Antho
off the
could-
roof.
Antho
Antho
could
falls
live.
off the roof.
Antho is very
Antho's
low.
1 health.
This could be very, very,
Alapo's
very bad.
hypnotized again.
No, he
They're
falls off
both-
the roof again.
This
Oh
is a
my God,
very
this-
messy fight.
okay.
Oh, Antho's
Only
so
one-
close. Antho got it. Antho got it.
Is
Is that a win for the Jackalopes? Check the channel. I think it is over. I
Can-
think that is a win for the
Man-
Jackalopes.
Man behind the
Oh my
wheel. Can we get
God.
confirmation? Can we get confirmation? In the voice call here. Can we get a confirmation?
What a race.
Producer
has confirmed
confirmed.
the Jackalopes win.
Jackalopes takes it.
Oh my
lord.
God, I cannot believe that. That was that was probably the most insane finish, maybe rivaling the 2-3 finish. What was
Oh,
that?
I would-
Bombers versus Sabres. It was Alapo, I think, in that other
Dude.
finish. Alapo has been crazy.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, he
dude.
doesn't take this one, but man, he put up a crazy fight. The
Okay.
Sabres should be very proud of their performance. That was unbelievably close, but the Cottonmouth Jackalopes have taken the win, putting them at
Incredible.
3-0, securing their spot in
This-
the knockout stage.
This is an absolutely insane show of force. It is time to enter the victory screen for the Jackalopes. Now, we're just gonna be
Impressive
waiting for our runner to
go.
come in here. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Wow.
How are we feeling?
A bit stressed. Just a tiny, teensy little bit stressed.
Yeah, not shaking at all, you know?
That's incredible. Like I'm at the point where I don't even know if the team or Antho was the most stressed in the end there. Like okay, let's take it off with the person who manages to take out the Sabres and finish this up. Antho, what was going through your head when you were finishing there?
It was crazy because I know I was behind Halapo, a very strong runner, so I was like, I hope he did not do the fight very well, and I put it down and I tried to press enter the faster as I can, and it was too stressful. I was too stressed.
Oh my god. And Frizz and Rude, great performances from both of you. Insane that you guys, all you three, picked 4-3. Thank you so much. Did an honor to the community. How did you guys feel about both your runs and also about this, like the final here? Let's start with Rude.
So the 3-2 pick, that like came out of the blue. I had no fucking clue that they would actually pick 3-2. I had not touched the episode at all, but pretty quickly I realized that I was like comfortable with the episode. Like it's not that bad to run, and I hit all the tricks that I wanted to hit. I hit the CSS in Lemon Rage, which was great. It was a bit slow though.
I see.
But I'm happy. I'm happy with the performance. Yeah.
Rounding and asking here for you, Rude. Are you sober?
No, I'm not.
Okay. The bingo cards have gone through.
Okay. I was not sober during the race either. So just to,
Wow.
you know, like, yep.
Just to flex on him.
It was so
Yeah,
low.
I was not sober last week either. So.
What about you, Frizz? What's your thoughts about your run and the end of the match?
So yeah, I was prepared to run this episode for like the whole week. Like we didn't really prepare as much as we did last time because we had like 3 weeks or something crazy to prepare. But yeah, I just tried to get as good as I could at this episode. It wasn't the best. I think obviously getting stronger was a bit of a disaster. But the rest of it I'm pretty happy with overall. As for the run, the whole thing together, my god. I thought after my run, I was like, I'm so sorry, Antho. I have not delivered for you today. But, you know, Antho had other plans, you know. He went crazy.
Yeah, Antho, what did you think about your run? I mean, obviously the end was insane. Did you know, like, did you have the stream open? Did you have your teammates telling you, what
Yeah.
the time difference was?
Yeah, I asked them twice because I know when I failed, and it was terrible, when I failed Ghost Capture due to the tank, I know I was behind. Then somehow, perhaps also during the Bentley Mojo Trap action, I died twice, and it's a shame. So I was sure that we might lose. So I was not confident, and I asked them to get more and precise information about the time, and the end is was so crazy.
Yeah, the ending was insane. Both you and Alapo had a lot of, it was coming down to that fight, and I think both of you were very stressed, and I think it showed. There's a lot of falling off the roof. There was a lot of hitting the Contessa off the roof. There was a lot of damage. You were at 1 health. I think Alapo got hypnotized a couple of times. It was insane. It was chaos. But you guys came out with the win. So congratulations. You've secured your slot in the knockout stage. And next round, if the Outback win, you'll be playing against the Outback. If they don't win, then it will be somebody else. You'll be trying to get that the bye into the semifinals.
All right.
If nobody else has anything else they wanted to say about that run, then we will end here. It's been a
Antho, you are
pleasure.
fucking insane.
Antho's fucking insane. It's been a pleasure. It's been a great run. You can see all the other runs on the Sly Gold's YouTube channel. We've got another race coming up tomorrow. I believe it is let me check the time real quick. It is an hour after this one started. So that is noon in the Central Time in the United States.
And 7 p.m. in Central European time.
There you go. That will be Outback versus Vampires. If the Outback win, they will be playing the Jackalopes for the slot of first place from the Swiss stage. The Outback are undefeated thus far. The Vampires are 1-1, so they're looking to get an upset here, go up to 2-1. So make sure to tune into that. It's going to be an exciting one. Everybody check out tinyurl.com/aces competition for all of the details. Join the Discord. Make your predictions on these final matches if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye!
Bye.